certain.
I think that's NWS Shreveport.
Yeah,
But,
Shreveport.
give me 1 minute. I think this is the Monroe
And,
television market. Give me
Yeah,
1
those
minute.
counties in Texas. Go ahead, Elijah.
Hey Ryan, I have another Andy relay
Alright,
message here.
stream is back up.
Kirbyville, Texas, from either the Lake Charles
Stream is
or
now back up, guys.
KPOE
My
radar
power
on
went
the
out.
state line. The B-word and good rotation exists with it.
53
It's
not
in front
B-road
of
on
the
that
other
tornado warning,
supercells
or that
behind. It's in
special
front
marine
of
warning.
the other supercells behind.
Also,
Hey Ryan, it's
see
Brad here, real
droplet
quick.
see that.
Cone funnel coming down to the ground, not on the ground just yet. Got it on drone. It should be able to cross in front of the highway on us.
Okay, so Brad Arnold is telling us
Anthony?
about the storm up there in Louisiana. Andy is
Oh, he's
drawing our
definitely-
attention back to the west here.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the Monroe.
Search here.
This is the Monroe CBS station. I don't know what they are. I know it's a
To this storm
low
right here,
power, but
coming up
thought
towards
I'd mention it.
Jasper.
Kenny,
Brad,
This is,
I think
coming
Brad has a
together
cone
quite,
funnel.
quickly as well. This is likely about
Kenny,
to produce a
just a
tornado if it
heads
isn't
up,
already.
the line
we're
of
talking about the
storms that
little,
just went over
thing
me
popping
is
up out in front of the main
rapidly
storm
intensifying.
there. Get ready,
It
y'all
took out
watch
my
out
power
in
for a few
Eclipse,
seconds.
Roganville, and Friendship.
Okay,
Now, also,
what
let's
area
go
are
back
you
and
in,
take a
just
look
to
at the,
verify? Are
tornado
you like
warning
near
storm where
Shreveport or
Brad Arnold
something?
is.
Nuh-uh,
He's
I
about
am
to
near.
let us watch this
I'm
thing
southeast
cross the road in
about,
front of him.
say,
I
an
believe that
hour.
we've got a tornado
20
either
minutes
down
southeast
or
of
about to
Bryan,
be down, and
College
Brad
Station.
Arnold's going to show us
I'm
that as
15
it crosses
miles
Highway
east of
167
Navasota, Texas.
here near Paxton, Mississippi.
Alrighty, so if you get a tornado warning, let me know. I'll switch to that real fast.
The line, I believe, has already passed me, but the line was pretty damn significant.
Copy that.
They might reissue another severe thunderstorm warning for that storm that was issued
The
earlier.
environment is becoming increasingly volatile and supportive of significant tornadoes this afternoon. This is just
You know, they
one of
put
many that we're talking about today.
tornado watch for a couple of
the key to
counties
see
down
as the
here
line of
on the other side of the
storms,
bay.
is moving a little bit faster than maybe originally forecasted, which might undercut some of these storms a little bit sooner than originally forecasted. However, there's still, I think, this whole area.
Okay,
right
so
here
I only have two
that's
options in the
completely
Monroe
untapped
market. I
that
have
will experience
this live storm
a
tracker Doppler
prolonged,
that
tornado
is
outbreak
terrible,
situation,
or I have the
over
other
the
one
next
that's the CBS
several
affiliate,
hours.
because
So
apparently
I'm trying to
ABC
point
in
out
this
some good
area
news.
doesn't do
so
news.
far, though, everything seems to be kind of like in a worst case scenario.
Think I'm
situation.
joking? Go look at
All
my
right, our
stream. I'll
storm's
show
moving in
you.
front of Brad now.
SPC just canceled watch number 717, so PDSTOA is going to be coming any second.
But yeah, this is Monroe's ABC station. No crawl, no nothing. Come on, guys. Live tornado warning! Hello!
Are they're just showing a football game?
Yeah. Apparently, because this
you.
ABC doesn't have a news
SPC just
department.
canceled watch number 717, so PDSTOA
PDS is
coming in.
imminent. PDS is imminent, pretty much.
So the NBC and the Fox are both owned by Nexstar, so it's the same coverage on both of them.
Looks
You know
like we're
what
about
I
to see
am? You know what I
something,
don't
go
mind
right
about
in front of Brad here.
the
This is a
power
live
outage
view,
that I had?
from near Paxton.
On the bright note, my
Louisiana,
PC probably needed to
where
restart,
Brad
and it
Arnold
got it.
is. There's a rotating thunderstorm crossing the road. Not sure if we've got a tornado down, but we're about to find out because this is the
Even though
rotating
that I
part
wasn't
right here,
ready for
crossing
it to
right
be
in front of us.
restarted, let's just say
Definitely
Mother
see
Nature
some
made
motion
it
there.
restart.
Not quite sure if we see a tornado.
So Mother Nature pretty much did you a favor.
Looks like the rotation might be a
Yeah,
little
but
bit
not a really good favor because I was live.
not tight enough yet. But we are under a tornado warning in Paxton, Moore, Jordan Hill,
So
and Murray Junction,
basically,
and we need to be taking
there's
shelter
now
because this is
3
the
live
exact kind of
streams on
storm
my channel
that
because of
would
her.
very quickly produce a tornado. Very soon.
The restart broke the stream.
Chandler, can you tell me?
And it's
where
pissing me
that-
off.
Like what storm that's pointing to?
Look like this
Okay, so
this
here's another view of
water
that.
spout will make landfall just north of Smith's Point.
The day that's most significant tries to destroy my power and thinks, well, you're not going to be live today. Well, I am because I'm going to make it happen.
I can't find that on mine. But this is near
Yeah,
Jenna,
I don't care if I'm gonna have to
Louisiana.
hook up to somebody else's internet. I'm going live, God damn it! Like,
Yeah, because we got lives to save.
Brad Arnold's on the move.
I'm back.
I think that
Okay, so
that water spout.
this one,
I think they're issued tornado
and I'm
warning
not sure. I
for
don't
the other
have
side of the bay. They're here
controls
real
over
soon.
this, but this is
hey
pretty
Kenny,
high up,
when
so
you
it
seen
can
me
see
appear
pretty far
offline, you knew
out,
exactly what
there.
happened, didn't you?
But what we're looking at here is this is where the camera is. I'm assuming it's one
Or
of
did
these
you
storms
assume
and
that
tornado
my
watch
power
coming
was
in.
that
out?
camera. Our tornado one
think.
storm is way farther back over here to
Likely.
the west where Brad Arnold is.
It's issued a
But
tornado
still,
watch for
you
the
can
following
see very
counties.
clearly.
Sorry
with this
about that. I was
camera
in
how
another
we've got
room.
Yet another supercell
These are all
coming in.
Hey
Louisiana.
Kenny,
to be
did
able to
you
produce a
assume that my
tornado.
power
has it been
was
issued?
out when I left and my thing was appearing offline?
Yeah,
New
I've got. If you
tornado
look on my
watch has
screen,
been
you can
issued.
see the
All right, new tornado
new
watch. Is that
tornado
our
watch that was issued.
That might be our
is that our
PDS one.
PDS watch?
And it just got overridden, but
Or was that?
A new tornado watch has been issued.
I pressed the wrong button 2 times.
No, this is
I almost
something.
put out a
We just don't have any
false
graphics
alert
or
in my
anything yet.
in my stream.
So
PDS
if you're just now
tornado
tuning
warning,
in,
bro,
we've
that's
been
crazy.
discussing the possibility of a PDS tornado watch being issued here soon, and it looks like that might have just been issued.
Yeah, I think our PDS watch may have just been issued.
Yeah, it looks like it.
If it wasn't though, then it will be soon.
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way,
obviously watching out.
that water spout still has a CC drop with it.
Yeah, no shit. It's still on the ground.
it's all those
Or
fish.
in the water.
Wait, yes, wait. You said so the CC drop on the water. Wait, how could it be a CC drop on the water? Is it picking up fish or something?
No,
Yeah.
debris from when it was
It-
on land.
Yeah, it could still be parts of people's houses.
Oh yeah, like debris fall out. You're saying.
Dude, look at
Wow,
the
look at this.
look at the
So our big
velocity.
storm that we saw go through Dickinson earlier is still producing a tornado, but it's a water.
I feel bad for the poor fish in the water right now.
If it goes
Here's
back
move
on
the radar.
land,
So
how
this
bad
is
do you
all
think
water,
it'll be?
right?
Oh, never mind. That's not
This is
TDS.
the,
That's
the giant
vortex hole.
The water spout that's just to the north and west of Smith Point.
I think
here.
it'll stay down as it
I
goes
do
across
believe that this is gonna
the bay.
Probably come back
Yeah, I
onto
think
land
so.
Likely
somewhere
will, but
near
I
the
think there's issued
Anahuac
tornado warning from the
National
other side
Wildlife
there.
Refuge and somewhere
Or is that
between
an
Smith
extension
Point
up
and Oak
north?
Island.
A new
So we
tornado
might
Yep.
see a
warning
new
has been
Never mind,
tornado
does have
warning for
Jasper
this
up
year
north.
soon.
There you go.
And
Never
when
mind.
that happens, we will come right
A
back
new
here
tornado
and,
warning has been issued.
and give you the latest on it. But right now, thankfully, it's over water. It's not doing
New
damage
tornado warning.
to any land structures here. So hopefully it fizzles
Jasper
out
and
before it
Newton
gets
County.
here.
By
But
Kirbyville.
here's our new tornado warning. This is another one. This is a
Honestly,
storm that
Andy did
called
call
out,
that one out earlier.
several minutes ago. And now we've got an official tornado warning on it as it is wrapping up.
I got a
It
question.
looks
For when
nuts.
I know the main event. I know the main
Moving
event
up
is starting up,
towards
but for what y'all
Jasper and
do
Newton.
when it
This is
does start
for
happening, I
Jasper
got
and
food to
Newton
keep on your
counties in
computer.
Texas. Take shelter immediately if you're up here near places like Roganville, Friendship, Jamestown,
He said, huh?
So-
Shacklerville.
I still
Maddox,
think
and
I should have brought
Leargate.
food to people on my computer because I don't want to go
It's a
downstairs
dangerous
and grab
storm.
something to eat and then I miss something.
Now's the time to go.
Good gosh, look at all these supercells firing up, all these prefrontals.
So wait, this isn't even the main line, is it?
Nope. Well, it's about to be pretty soon, at around 4, I think.
So give it
40.
give it like 45 minutes and we'll get the main line.
Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe.
We'll see.
The main line, I believe, just passed through my area.
PDS just got issued. PDS just got issued.
POA?
Yep, PDS
Yeah, so I'm
tornado
checking
watch just
back
got
in
issued.
here
Greater than 95,
On
80
the,
props. All right.
on the storm over the water here. Still very impressive. Also checking back.
A
in
new
on the storm
tornado
that Brad
watch has
Arnold
been
just showed
issued.
us. It looks like he's losing service.
They are very
every
confident that
once
there
in
will be a
while.
bunch of
The
tornadoes.
storm
'Cause they have
honestly is
greater
looking
than
more
95
organized now
Where the lobby is starting to freak out.
Some
Yeah,
other
of course
storms that
it
are
is.
getting more organized, though, are these two small ones down here to the
Weather
south.
Lobby
and east of
always
that,
freaks
and
out.
that's actually what we can see
True.
from this
Facts.
Hazcam here.
Weather Lobby versus
So you
this
can see
BC are like
the
polar
supercell,
opposites.
little baby supercell. This storm right here will likely produce a tornado at some
We're
point. and
apparently
we're
the
seeing
sophisticated
beginning
side of
stages
the
it from a
operation.
tower
We're the
camera
only
thanks
ones
to
that actually have
Hazcams.
enough sense.
Hazcams.com, I believe you can see that. There we go. Here's the tornado watch.
Numerous strong tornadoes expected. Wow.
Oh, geez, that language does not come out
Oh
often.
boy. It is the PDS tornado watch. This goes all the way until 9 p.m.
Numerous
Central.
expected too.
Oh yeah.
Just in case anybody is
The
not
fact
paying
that always
attention,
says
we are
strong though
going to sound
is
the alarm
comforting. Like it's
for
not
that.
good,
I'm going to be a
but
Weather Lobby person now.
Storm Prediction
If
Center
you
has
like
issued
tornadoes, today is
a
for you!
PDS tornado
Hey,
watch,
Ryan sounded the siren
which
for
is
the
a very
PDS
rare
tornado
thing.
watch.
Numerous
Yep, you should have sounded.
strong,
Wait, do you have sirens to
tornadoes
sound for yours?
expected.
I would have sounded the sirens
2-inch
too.
size hail
No, I
possible,
don't.
A new tornado
widespread
warning
wind
has
gusts
been
up to
Reissued
80
tornado
miles per
warning,
hour.
Galveston,
There's 2
Texas.
million.
Not
I ain't
surprised.
Yep, there it is.
300,000
Tornado
people
watch yet.
in the path of this incredibly
Now I
deadly
did.
tornado outbreak.
Never
that
mind, that's a
will
severe
If y'all
unfold
can
over the
find
next
that
few
thing that
hours.
he has, that
And
same
we've got to do
thing.
everything we can to make sure that they know the severity of the situation. This is going to be a
I was
very
asking
long,
Frank about it a few
and a
months
very
ago,
bad
and he
night
didn't
for
really give me
anybody
an
highlighted in these
explanation of it.
yellow counties here.
I like
think
what
he-
I like the description for the new tornado warning.
Alexandria,
The storm has
Monroe,
previously
and
produced a
Vicksburg.
tornado. Another is
Numerous
likely ongoing,
strong
but cannot be
tornadoes
confirmed due to no debris over water.
Numerous strong tornadoes expected. Oh,
there
good
it is.
God!
That's the PDS.
Good God Almighty!
Yep.
Good gosh, this is shiny. I haven't changed the style of this. Look at this.
3 tornado warnings.
God Almighty, have mercy on these people's souls right now.
People is gonna die today.
Look at my
All
look
right.
at my radar. This is
So right now,
a
it's the time.
shiny
Once again,
alert.
text
Also,
your
we're all
neighbors or
gonna
friends that
die.
live in this
Be
area, let them know
careful.
the severity of the situation. This is not.
Question:
your
what did the
average
bulletin say for the new
situation.
tornado warning? What did
A
it
lot of
say?
people,
What did
and-
the
and
bulletin say?
Trust me, like my
It
whole
said
life
basically that
is this right?
this
I-
storm
every day
previously
I
produced a
talk about
tornado.
severe weather. I study
Another
it.
is likely
I
ongoing,
work in
but
it,
cannot
and,
be confirmed due
you
to
know,
no
Oh
this is
debris
hell,
over
something
it's
that I
water.
talk to a
not.
lot of
It's
people
not doing
who
that
are often
shit. Look at
impacted by
Conroe.
severe weather.
Wait,
And the
can't be
number one
confirmed
thing you'll
because
hear in
of
a
the.
situation
How
like
does that
this
work?
is, man,
Because it
I've
can't be
lived in
confirmed because there's no
Alexandria,
debris over
Louisiana
there.
my
Guys,
whole
guys,
life.
guys,
I
look at
couldn't
my
tell you how
stream.
many
Look at my
tornado warnings
stream.
we've been
Now,
under, and
there's
I'm
a
fine.
hook forming just north
And that
of
attitude,
the
while valid,
woodlands
the
on the
people of
main
Louisiana
line.
are incredibly strong and resilient,
You're
and probably
right.
are quite brave in the face of severe weather compared to most.
Wait,
other
what?
people. It is important to express the difference between this and
There
most
is a
other
active
tornado
hook
warnings.
forming just east of
You
my
know,
No, no, no,
house.
no.
been issued.
So
Even
they
if you're
issued a
60,
new
70
tornado
years old,
watch,
and
and
you've
then
been
immediately
living in
canceled
A new
it.
Louisiana your whole
tornado
life,
watch has been
Oh,
issued.
there's only a handful of times maybe that
What?
you've been under a PDS tornado watch. So this is not going to be your average.
See it?
It's not even out on the website yet.
There's an actual hook forming right here.
I think they issued a new one over
All So
by
tornado warning continues up
called?
here for
By New
Wayne
Orleans.
and Grant counties in Louisiana. There is
There's 2
another
PDS
tornado
watches.
warning back here for Jasper and Newton counties in Texas. This is going to expire though in about 41 minutes.
Watch
so
the
stay
weenies
vigilant,
consistently
up
freak
there,
out about all
especially
this.
around the Newton Municipal Airport.
weenies.
The rotation's coming right.
How
here.
much do you want to bet on that? How much do you want to bet
10
on that?
School right now. Another tornado
I don't
warning,
have that much money to bet, so I can't.
was actually issued for our storm that is over the water.
Oh, here's the
about
thing:
to
if
come
I had a
back
dollar
on
for
land.
every
It's-
time they
oh
freaked
my
out in
gosh,
chat
it
because
still
of this,
looks
we would
really
be.
bad.
I don't know how much money I would have
So
at
this
this
is going to be
point.
coming on to land again here. We got a major.
A new
giant
tornado watch has been
waterspout
issued.
wave
My question:
going
if you
on
had a
right now
dollar
north
for
of
every
Smith
time
Point.
Weather Lobby
It
freaks
might
out during
make
these events, how
landfall
much
and
money
become
would you have
tornado
at this
again near
point?
the
Great,
Anahuac,
now I'm getting
National
pinged.
Wildlife
Millions.
Refuge. Am I saying that right?
Hold up. I think they
Hey,
canceled
down
the
here
Here
in
it
PDS
is.
Texas,
watch.
near Oak Island.
I'm sorry.
we've got
Did they?
the
I'm sorry.
Anahuac
What?
National Wildlife Refuge. How do you
Wait,
pronounce
did
that?
they? Wait, why does it say new
That's
tornado watch
pronounced
PD
Anahuac.
issues? Tornado watch
Okay,
PDS
so I
issue.
was
What the
right.
heck is going on?
Was someone talking to me?
So if you are in that vicinity, get ready. This might be a big tornado
What?
still
What?
as it comes
Wait,
back
did
on
they
the
just
land.
cancel and reissue the PDS watch? What the heck?
Guys, this might actually be the
We
second.
do have.
I hate to say it. I hardly never say this.
It looks
This
like
might
we've got
be
a
the
storm
second
chaser in that
Tory
one.
in Houston. Look at the velocity.
Like
So
you
if
say, you
should
never
have a
want to
visual
say
on
it, but
this.
you may have to say it.
Dude,
Anahuac.
I just did because look at the velocity. It's literal wrapping up as violent as it could get. This tornado
Also
is.
over. It's also over water. Keep that in mind.
Yeah, it won't be long though.
So we're going to keep a close eye on
Even
this.
when it's on
Somebody
land, it's going to
pull me back
be.
down here if we get caught
What's
up in
going
some
on?
of these
Hold
other
on.
storms because we've got so many
It won't be long
happening
before it
right
touches
now. I
land.
want to make sure that we're not
And the
just talking
velocity
about one storm.
is
We've
still
got a lot of people
tightening
watching
up
from
as
all
it's
over.
approaching
Let's talk about everything. We got a
shore.
severe thunderstorm warning for the next 9
What's
minutes
going
for
on?
Natchez,
Important
Could
updates.
lose.
Angela,
It could
County, Texas,
lose
Cherokee,
a lot of
Houston, and Rush counties
steam.
in Texas.
It looks like
60
it's
mile per hour winds,
fairly
quarter-size hail, with the
outflow
Taylor Ranch Airport in the
deprived
path of
at
that.
the moment. The
Additionally, we
water's
got another
probably
severe
just keeping
thunderstorm
it
warning down
going
here
at
with
this
the Camp
point.
Pasture Airport in the path near Warren.
All right,
for the
I'll
next
keep
9
an
was
eye on
minutes.
that?
certain things. I'm gonna take a little bit of a
Let's
break
see
for
here, what
now.
else
I'll
we
probably
got?
come back around 7
Another
o'clock
severe
tonight.
thunderstorm warning with a tornado
See
possible
everybody
tag
later.
for
See ya.
Natchitoches,
7.
Wynn, and Grant parishes in Louisiana for the next 38
That'd be
minutes.
7 Eastern time.
And last but not least, we've got a very strong storm with 60 mile per hour winds and quarter-size hail moving into Zwolle, Noble, and Converse in Louisiana, down here in Shelby, or I should say Sabine Parish, Louisiana. And got another. We actually have a camera on that, a Hazcam, I believe. That's what this is. So this storm is being tracked by our one of the Hazcams over at Hazcams.com. And you know what else is this?
I
Holy
feel like
smokes.
we've already covered Zawali
Look at that.
yesterday or something like that.
You can see the whole daggone thing spinning. So this is
What is
we
going on
call
with
a mini
IAM bot?
supercell.
I'm seeing
know.
And what you're watching
they're saying
is
I'm seeing
the
cancel 20 watch
amazing
PDS and then they
view
just
from a
reissue
cell
it. What the
tower or
heck?
something of the beginning
Yeah, I was
stages of what will
questioning
become
that. I think it's
likely
just a bug,
major
but I don't know.
tornado producer at some point. Wow.
Probably
The
some
whole
API
thing
issues.
spinning there, and this is not sped up. This is in real time right now.
Overall tornado is greater than
And look at
9580.
this.
That's insane.
It's this. It's this little storm right here that we're looking at.
There's a little storm
So that's
in
going to
Louisiana
explode
that's
into a big-time tornado-producing storm, I believe.
that
Wow.
storm there's a storm that's not warned just south of Winfield,
That is unbelievable.
Louisiana, that's literally has a
So
big
those storms
wall
are all
cloud
moving
and
up in the
it's
general
rotating.
direction of Clarks and Harrisonburg in Louisiana.
Report or
So we're really
It's not
starting
reported
to see
yet either.
some
It's just
dangerous
sitting there.
stuff starting
It's
to
on
happen
camera.
here with
on
our
Ryan's
big
stream.
line of storms.
Oh.
This is what we've been tracking all day.
It's near Jenna, Louisiana.
Big line of storms
near
right
Jenna.
here.
Oh, great.
All of these little storms out in front of that line. That's
A new
what we're
tornado
really
watch
I'm
has
currently
been issued.
centered on the blip.
That's what's prompted our PDS tornado watch. Okay. My goodness, this is bad, y'all. All right, Elijah or somebody, will you link me the text for that PDS tornado watch, like the SPC page?
If an NWS personnel from Louisiana is watching Ryan's stream
Bear
right
with
now,
me. Yeah,
I bet you they're
as
going to
is
scream
tradition,
tornado warning to the
extreme
other
big
people
12-hour
that
long
control
stream.
that
I'm sick.
area.
Kid brought it home from preschool. I'm doing my best here. I'm sorry.
They're
if I
probably
sniffle.
going to get them to warn it, I bet.
Where is Prevent Call, Louisiana?
We've got all the decongestants and humidifiers, and honey, tea, throat spray, everything. We're doing everything we can. But I know it can still be annoying. Go ahead, Elijah.
Hey Ryan, quickly, the text is in the stream channel for you, but also I am relaying a message for Andy. Provincial Louisiana, west of the severe warned storm, it is unwarned. Going up to Natchitoches.
Did Elijah just say there's one unwarned?
Okay. All right, thank you,
Yep.
Elijah. Thank
Where?
you, Andy.
I think we're about to find out. Oh, that lightning almost hit.
Let's
Yeah.
go look at that.
Holy mother.
It's going to start getting really
I'm currently
confusing trying to
centered on
figure
the
out which
storm that was
Andy's
just
talking about because there are
mentioned.
so many
Um,
close to each other.
and
that
it's
are,
actually pretty close to that Jenna one.
that fit the
Look
bill here.
at
So here's
that.
that severe thunderstorm warning. This
Yeah,
storm right
the
here,
Jenna
south
one
and
and
west
the
of
other one that
Natchitoches,
they just
is
mentioned, they're
looking
pretty damn
quite
close to being
Oh, wow, the
tornado
lighting
warned.
on that. Yeah, wow, the lighting on
so
that
likely
camera
gonna pop a
though.
new tornado
Wow.
warning here soon for Natchez. And we've got
Natchez, Louisiana
storm chaser
might
on
be
that
on
storm
an
as well.
imminent
So we've got a
tornado
ton of storm
warning here
chasers out
soon.
here. the good news is while the storms happen during the day today, we're going to be able to show you a lot of tornadoes as they start dropping out of the sky here soon.
Houston
And
Cell is
hopefully
about to
that does a
go
lot to get people to
ashore
take
again
this
on the other side of
seriously
the
and actually take
Galveston Bay
shelter and
there.
all that good stuff.
Or
Let's go
Houston
back
Bay,
to
whatever that is.
Our tornado warning down here to the
It's
southeast
Galveston
of
Bay.
Houston. That's about to go back
That's what I
on
thought.
land. The rotation still looks very concerning, but maybe slightly less so.
Is
I
this
don't
fully
know
back
if
on shore?
We're looking at some.
No, it's about to be.
distortion
It's
here or
also
not.
about to go
Hopefully
through
we're seeing
marsh,
some unwinding
so
of the winds. However, that's still a big water spout producing about to be.
it's not going to be until it gets to about Port Arthur where it's going to be anything
wildlife
urban.
refuge. Get ready in Oak Island and Double Bayou. Take shelter now. This is a massive
There
wedge
is a
water
small
spout about to
town,
come
but
onto
it's
land.
very rural in that area.
We are in the midst of a tornado outbreak, y'all. We're at the very beginning stages of it.
The town is called the Gordy Marsh. I
All right,
think it's
so
a
once
swamp
again,
town.
if you're just now tuning in, we've got a PDS tornado watch.
There's a
that's been
population of
issued for
856 in that
southeast
entire
Arkansas.
tornado warning, so
It's been issued for central and
basically,
southwest
for some
Louisiana,
point,
southwest
it's very
Mississippi,
rural
southeast
area that's
Texas,
in that town.
and the timing's
I
going to
mean,
be
they still
between
will
about 2:15
maybe
p.m. Until 9 p.m.
issue
Central.
the PDS,
We
but
expect
it's not a
multiple
populated
tornadoes,
area.
with some potentially intense. We're talking about EF3.
I mean, I
or
think
greater.
Definitely
it
got
would
the
be.
VRO
We're
for
talking
it.
about the kind of
I don't think
tornadoes
it would
that
be
people
enough
will
for a
talk about
Tory,
for some
even if
time
the
to
tornado
come
was
in the
violent
future.
enough.
Oh hell no,
We're talking about a
we're
big
not a
deal
Tory
here,
V
okay?
row, but we're at
We're
56
talking
V row,
about,
so that's
damaging
above
winds of 80
PDS.
miles per hour,
The one
large
going to
hail
shore
up
off
to
of Galveston
2
Bay.
inches in diameter,
Previously, the
and
cell that
watch
went straight
extends
through downtown
approximately
Houston or south Houston there.
85 miles north.
It's hitting
Oh, the one
land
that
right
almost hit the
now.
radar.
It's hitting
from
land right now,
Yeah.
and
Port
as
Arthur,
it's doing that
Texas to
friction, it's
Natchez,
actually
Mississippi.
accelerating the velocity.
Given
my stream.
this is labeled as a particularly dangerous
Yeah, this
situation,
velocity's getting
that's what PDS
stronger.
stands for. Anyone in these areas should cancel any plans you have to leave the house. Do not do that. Do not go anywhere. Stay home. Stay with your family. If somebody in your family's out, tell them to come home. Have a way of receiving weather warnings and review your tornado safety plan and be prepared to take shelter if conditions worsen. All right? This is going to be a long night. This is a very dangerous situation. Be ready to take shelter.
Be ready for the PDS to go out on Ryan's stream because it's probably about to happen.
PDS tornado warning imminent.
More than likely, yes, considering the velocity. The velocity is above 60 at this point. And the reason
All
I
right,
think that's
so
why
let's go
is
back
because the friction
and
in
let's
between
check in
the
on our storm now,
circulation
which
and
is coming
land,
back onto
the
land.
the way the
Down here
hurricanes
south
would
and east of
react.
Houston. This is a storm that we've been watching for a while. This has been probably our most prominent storm of the day so far.
What's the
we now
B-Rot
have a tornado
on
likely
the
on
Galveston
land
one
again,
right
doing
now?
damage
The
here, but
Houston
south of
storm
Oak
is now
Island in
considered a
Texas.
long track
This
tornado.
is Chambers
by the way.
County in
I hope
Texas.
y'all
Take
know that.
shelter if you're down here along Smith Point Road, especially if you're near the Pine Island School,
This will be our first
Gordy
long
Marsh,
track tornado
and all these
today,
places.
and I
Get
can
ready and
assure
Double
you,
Bayou
I'm
as well.
pretty sure
Very
everybody knows
dangerous
this, it
storm,
won't be
big
the
tornado
last one.
ongoing right now. We'll probably see an upgrade to that.
No,
warning
this
here
is
soon,
just
hopefully.
the appetizer.
Yeah. We're probably going to see a few of them that kind of look like rolling forks.
Yep, we're going to be here. Like,
They said
right
this
now,
is
we're
yeah.
super
So
focused in
let me get straight.
on,
We haven't even gotten to
you know,
the main
Texas
course yet,
and,
have
and
we?
these storms in
No.
Louisiana. I
We're
know a lot of
just
people in the
starting
chat
to
asking
ramp
about
up
Alabama.
in
I know a lot
our
of people asking about
tornado
Mississippi.
stuff
I promise we're
here
going to talk about you
in
later.
eastern Texas, going into
Our job
Louisiana.
right now is to
We got a
focus on
lot
where
of
things are happening
beams
right
and blips currently
now.
coming up from the
It's
Gulf
a good thing we're not talking about you
into
right
the
now.
moderate risk
And
area.
hopefully we skip over your town later.
Yeah,
'cause that means
TDS.
that you're not
Definitely
gonna
got
be
TDS
getting
now.
hit by the hardest part of the storms. But every once in a while, I am trying to do a
I'm gonna
broad
spill the water on
overview
my
of the
computer.
general
Yep, there it is.
forecast for
That'd be
this
good.
evening, but it's going to get harder for me to do that.
I'd wait for
the
the issue
deeper we
PDS.
go, because there's just going to be a lot going on. You can scroll back in the video.
Oh, good gosh
a little
almighty.
bit and see the last time I talked about it if you want to. Because the way that we live stream allows you to do that. You can go back and look at the previous recorded parts. But it'll be a minute before I'm able to go over
Waiting on
a
my velocity
forecast
scan to
again.
come in.
Yeah, I'm waiting for mine to come in as well. Ryan's
right, so
hasn't
that's
even
that.
came in yet.
Yeah, I'm at 228. Well, my everything else is at 230.
Tornado
So
warning continues for Chambers County for 31 minutes. We'll likely see that upgraded here soon. We continue to have a tornado warning as well up here for Jasper and Newton.
Oh, getting
counties
some
in
range
Texas.
folding
That
on
Ryan
the
just
storm
said
relative.
that-
honestly
I think
doesn't
Ryan
look
just said the final straw.
that bad
He said
at
it'll
this
probably
moment.
be upgraded
It's probably
here soon.
recycling. Additionally, all of these little supercells up here are continuing to look more and more interesting.
Yeah, I got range
however,
folding.
None
My
of them yet
velo's
are
broke.
interesting enough to prompt a tornado
You know,
warning
and
just yet.
and
But
everything
I would
is
just about
issued,
bet
there's
that we'll
always
at
a
some point
chain
here
to be
see
able to
4 or
have it
5 of these
issued.
storms, all with
And
tornado
half
warnings
of the time,
at the same
Ryan
time.
is that chain, or at least part of it.
Brett Adair's got a great view of
Ryan
the
doesn't-
base of one of these storms. Wow, look at that. He's in
Him
Oh, so
and-
Alexandria.
wait, Brett has a great view, but let me see this.
Well, let me tell you this: Ryan jinxes a lot of shit. Does he not?
He's
Yeah.
in
I mean, he's not a part of anything being issued, but yeah, he knows his stuff, so he knows when things aren't going to get issued, probably.
That is.
It comes with experience.
I mean, you know, well, I mean,
Okay,
I wouldn't
so
say I'm as
he's
experienced
showing us
as
this
Ryan,
little
but I'm
storm
close
right here.
'cause I'm
Look at
also
this.
lead storm analyst.
See that
in,
little baby, that little blip?
Storm team.
Never
4.
underestimate a blip. I'm telling you. You can literally see it winding up right now. It's you can see it about to
This tornado just
form
went
into a
confirmed.
tornado-producing supercell. This is incredible.
Yep.
That is a very rare view, right there.
Radar confirmed.
New information. This tornado
Step-
warning has been
7
upgraded.
miles
Again,
northeast of
it's a
Smith
live shot
Point.
from Storm Chaser Brett Adair.
Sounds about right.
I sounded my
in
alarm
Pollock,
before
Louisiana,
Ryan did.
near
His
Georgetown.
hasn't sounded yet. I sounded mine before his.
All right, so they did upgrade our warning down here.
See, now he's aware. See how much delayed his
Texas,
is compared to ours?
down here in
Yep,
Chambers County,
that's like a
confirmed
how many
tornado
second
warning.
delay?
We got a tornado on the ground. Jason Cooley's out there. If we can get his feed back up at some point, we do have somebody. But
I'm getting an
if we don't, I
average
can just tell-
latency
just by
of.
looking
Oh
at
my
this radar
God!
right
now,
Look at
This is a
that!
massive tornado ongoing right now.
Good
down
God
near
Almighty.
the Anahuac National Wildlife Refuge. Go ahead, Elijah.
Hey Ryan, I have a relay from Andy. The Tulos, Louisiana
That
is
is
unwarned
almost
now.
that is
due
almost
south of
black
Monroe.
velocity.
Wait,
right
hold
there.
on, hold on.
You'll find it from velocity
see.
on KPOE radar.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Elijah. Man, I really thought that we would have until spring, until we had another one of these crazy outbreaks. We really need our this software that I built here to view the radar has a system built in to where people can like drop flags that I can just fly to. But of course, we haven't implemented that yet because we thought we had until March. But yeah, we're going to fly back
Oh
and
my
forth between
God.
these storms over here. We're going to continue to
Possible
watch
twins.
these. Watch out in Simpson and Boyce. Watch out over here in Atlanta. Watch out over
Wait.
there towards Winsboro. All of these storms in
scratch that.
Louisiana.
Possible
We're going to hit them
multi-vortex.
one by one right here in a moment. But I do want to make sure that we're properly
I think we have a
announcing some of the
multi-vortice
locations that
tornado
are
in
about to be hit by
Galveston.
this massive
I
tornado
think so,
down
too.
here in Chambers County, Texas. Once again, this is going to parallel Smith Point
You better hope to
Road,
God this isn't
right up
El
towards
Reno.
Double Bayou. Double Bayou, take shelter now. This is an
You're talking the one that's
incredibly
just came
dangerous,
offshore?
life-threating situation.
Yeah,
the
We've
one
got
that
our
came off the
velocity
water.
couplet there,
Yeah,
and
it's
now we
strong.
have a correlation coefficient drop. So we have debris being lofted.
Looks like it's
into
starting
the
to
air.
weaken.
I wouldn't say that too soon.
I said it looks like.
So
I'm glad it is.
thankfully,
It's
the
looking
vast
like it's got
majority of the area
decoupled.
that we're looking at right now that's
Yeah.
getting hit by this tornado is, I mean, it's just like a swamp, right? There's nothing down here. However, if it continues to
I'm not
go up this
exactly letting my
road,
guard down on this one.
we might see it get into some slightly more populated areas
Basically,
where we've got
so to
some
speak, I'm not
homesteads
giving
and stuff
it
like
an
this.
inch.
All right. So I'm just trying to make sure that these people on Smith Point Road know that there's a massive tornado coming for them. Even we don't we don't play favorites here. Big population, low population. We're going to focus on whatever is the most concerning looking storm. And right now, this is the deadliest looking tornado signature that we have at the
I
moment.
don't
So
think he's telling that. I don't
if you
think
know
he
anybody
said
down
that
there
to
by
piss
Double
us
Bayou,
off, but,
tell them to run, not walk to shelter.
I've never heard Ryan say that statement before.
Urania. Okay, so now I'm going to go.
What'd he
Something
say?
tells
Elijah, you've probably
something-
been
he
doing that this
said,
whole time, but
we
that's
don't
perfect.
pick
That
favorites.
last message in
Something
Ryan's
about
stream text, I
lower
can
or
just
higher
copy and paste.
population. I've never heard him say that
all right.
statement before. Something tells me that he's gone aware that I'm
All right,
live
so this
right
is the
now.
storm that
I mean, well, truly, that's big favors. Like, not meteorologists aren't
Bring
supposed to
our
pick favors
attention
anyway.
to.
They're supposed to cover
No,
wherever
he
they
said
can.
that before.
Let me pull this over. You can see that it's not warned.
Maybe I
in
just
fact, it
wasn't
doesn't
there
even
to
have
hear
a special weather statement on it right now. But this is actually the storm that Brett Adair was showing us live on the camera moments ago. So Andy's also looking at this from radar and indicating that this is going to be a problem here soon. We've got a lot of little cells here, and what this means is we're likely going to see a big merger happen. And those mergers will prove to either be constructive or destructive. In this environment, a lot of times they're constructive. And
We
this
can
will
only hope that
probably
they're
turn into a
destructive
pretty significant
mergers.
supercell that's capable of producing tornadoes here soon.
We got our first tornado warning in
It's already
Mississippi
capable,
now.
but it's going to get even more capable.
Yep.
Before
Tornado
too long.
warning for.
Also, we got to watch this
Tornado
storm that's
warning
going by Simpson right now.
for.
Look at this tiny little beam.
Oh, you said Mississippi?
A new tornado
Mississippi,
warning
yes.
has been
You
issued.
don't think much of it. But
This
you see how
is
it's
the
starting to
one
curl
located
around
over
down here, that
Centerville.
little hook. This thing's got all kinds of free, open, warm air in front of it. There's nothing competing for its
such a radar
ingredients.
hole.
This is likely going to try to produce tornadoes as it
You're
goes
so
up towards
damn right.
Boyce.
I'm leaving that storm.
This right here is looking pretty concerning. We've
even
got a little
track
bit
it
of an
if I
upflow
wanted
or
to.
an uptick in inflow near Summerfield into this storm, where the hook is really starting to become more noticeable. Near Aloha, Louisiana, this is going to go up towards Lake Lat. And likely produce a tornado here soon. Guys, I'm telling you, we're about to see a ton of tornado
Look at
warnings
this
just
line
in this
right here,
one
just
area right here. We just got a new tornado warning
extending
in
out into the
Mississippi,
Gulf.
actually. We need to go check in on that.
Over
This is
10-second
Amite
delay.
in Wilkinson,
He just
Mississippi.
mentioned the Mississippi
Get to
tornado
shelter
warning.
now in Gloucester. This is a very strong signal, rotation signal right here.
See,
Near,
he's getting better
Mount
radar
Pleasant and
guidance than we
Centerville.
are.
Take shelter
He's
now.
got better velocity
This is our
reading.
first tornado warning of many.
Are you on storm
that we will
relative
have
or high
today
res?
in Mississippi?
Velocity.
High res. Look at this shit.
Tornado
he's got
warning
better ratings than we do.
in effect until
What do you mean?
3:15 for parts of Wilkinson
probably
and
paying
Amite counties
somebody.
in Mississippi. The storm's currently
I mean, you could
over
just have a
Centerville,
different
moving
radar
northeast at
program.
35 miles an hour. It's heading towards
he's,
Gloucester.
he's doing
And it's radar indicated rotation. We
radar
don't have any
omega.
visual confirmation yet, but
That's not radar
still
omega,
want to get
that's
to
his
the
own
lowest
custom
floor
program, but-
and interior room of your home and stay
how
away from
is-
windows.
I think he just switched to storm relative.
This is a dangerous storm.
Because it's the same
Let's
velocity.
go back to our big confirmed warning back here.
But, well, like he's using the same palette and everything. It's just
Rotation still
I
looks
think he just
monstrous.
switched.
Still got a big time tornado ongoing right now south of Double Bayou in Texas. This is moving up towards the general Double Bayou area. Everybody on Smith Point Road needs to be taking shelter. Oh, is
Now,
it
who said
Amit?
the tornado was weakening?
I think Joe did.
I did.
You done
It's
fucked
Yo,
up.
mama.
It's strong, but it definitely looks weakened.
Well, you said it was going to die a lot
Hey,
faster than that, and
how do you
what did it
pronounce
do?
I didn't.
Amite?
I didn't think it'd die
Amite,
fast. I'm
County
just saying
in
it looks like it was
Mississippi,
slightly
the
weakening.
locals. Is it Amite or
Well, you
Amit?
still jinxed it either way.
It's pronounced Amit County.
And this is why you
Alright,
don't
thank you so
jinx things like this, right?
That's why I don't fuck, no
TVS
fuck
double
with Mother
check.
Nature.
Making sure she knows.
We got low level and maximum delta velocity.
It's really not a big deal. I don't think whether or not I
When you
pronounce
have
these
more
100%
than-
correctly
more
because you guys know what I'm
instability
talking
than
about. But
usual,
out of respect and also just to
expect
avoid
something.
any confusion, I am going to try to correct myself as much as possible. So I don't mind you guys.
Are
pointing it out.
are y'all seeing this too?
But I won't notice
'Cause
all
this
of them.
TVS
Sometimes I'm just going
has,
to butcher your town name. There's nothing any of us can do
maximum
about it.
delta velocities of 111 knots.
Dude, what?
Look, here, look on my screen on the TVS.
Who am I looking
Amite.
at?
That's Tori.
How many
Right,
knots?
Darren
How
has
many
something here.
knots?
He's on that storm. that Andy
111
is,
on TVS.
Excuse me?
That's Tori,
he's on that storm
but-
that Andy was talking
I
about.
mean,
He's got
no,
something big in front
I'm
of
not
him.
getting that.
No, I'm saying that the knots is well above Tori's status. You said
That
80.
is, but I don't know how accurate that is.
It better
It's
not
based
be
off of the level
accurate.
3
It better
radar
be
data.
Yeah, so
wrong,
this is a
because
live
else
look.
somebody's
It's
gonna
At
based
be
off
a
the
dead.
very
actual-
large storm.
Yeah, that better
coming
not
along
be.
together here. This is one
Radar
of those
data
storms that
product.
could be producing a tornado here soon.
That better
Up
be
here north
wrong.
of
That better not be
Alexandria.
accurate at all.
If you showed that to Ryan, he would probably go into
In
panic
fact,
mode.
it might be producing a
I
tornado.
will say
somewhere
I'm only
down
seeing
in
a view road of 40 knots, so
Well, Andy would probably cry if he's seen that.
For those of you who are just now tuning in,
this
we've
is
got a
built-in NextRad level 3 TVS.
we've got a tornado, a PDS tornado watch in effect
Are you
right now,
paying for that?
No, this is just
which
included
is a
with
rare
WSV3.
thing. We don't often get that.
Can you send me that thing, or is that impossible to send?
The radar?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
PDS
the
tornado
radar's
watch
paid,
means that it's a
but
particularly dangerous situation. This includes southeast Arkansas, central and southwest Louisiana, southwest Mississippi, and southeast Texas. This is going to be from now until 9
Sounds like we
p.m.
got
Central.
something.
The primary threats are multiple, large, potentially violent tornadoes.
Now they're saying potentially
Damaging
violent
winds
tornadoes.
up to 80 miles per hour.
A new tornado warning has been
Make sure you
issued.
have
A new
reliable way to
tornado
receive
watch
weather
has been
warnings and
issued.
Review your tornado safety plan now. We're already
Everybody
getting
in
to
the
where
stream,
we're
this
starting to
is
see a lot of
for the
tornado
upgraded-
warnings come out at
Wait,
once
what
that
the
we can't
heck?
For
manage
the
already.
PDS tornado
At some point, it's going to be
watch that
even
was
worse
just
than this. So
upgraded
once again, I
again.
want to remind you, this is a good time to
A new
get everything
PDS
ready
tornado
now. Don't
warning
wait.
has been issued.
Don't be scared. Be prepared. If you get caught with your pants down with a tornado that's coming for your town, like is
If you hear a
capable
PDS
today,
tornado
like
warning
the
thing in
storm
my
system
stream,
is
it's for
capable
the
of
PDS
producing,
tornado watch that was just
really
issued.
scary tornadoes. You get caught without being prepared today, you are going to be scared, and that's going to cause you to make mistakes. It's going to cause you to go to the wrong place. It's going to cause you to not call the right people, to not get to the right place, and it could be bad. You know what I mean? However, if you prepare now, you won't be scared. You'll rather be prepared, and your odds of being okay, even in a worst-case scenario, drastically increase. What in the world has Brett got in front of him here? Let's see if we can't reach him through Zello yet. Brett, whenever you get a chance, just give us an update on what's going on out there, man.
Hey, Greg, can you send me that radar, please?
Yeah, it's in the VC chat.
All right. Let's see.
So far today, we've had
CC kind of looks like
about
there's
7 or 8 tornadoes
not
already.
as much of a debris ball now.
And we'll likely
Looks
have
significantly weaker.
much more
Yeah,
than that by the end
definitely.
of the night. Let's go. There's also a really interesting looking storm out here near Hornbeck. So we're keeping an eye on this. We're keeping an eye on several different storms out here. The good news is, so far, all of these storms have really kind of taken their time to come together. So what's happening is we're able to spot these storms out long before they're producing a tornado. So we're doing a really good job of getting the warning out in front of these storms, whereas sometimes everything just kind of happens all at once, and you don't have that luxury. Here's one that we need to warn about. This storm right here that's just east of Simpson right now. Right now, it's just a rain shower. Okay, this will eventually go up towards Boyce and to the west of Alexandria in Louisiana. This storm looks like a tornado-producing storm in its infancy. If it's allowed to increase in strength at all, this is going to be a big problem for us as it approaches Pollock and areas farther to the north and east. Also, all of these storms we've got to watch in the same regard. Okay,
Hey,
all
Gray,
of
it
these
says I need
storms
a
over
license
here.
key.
I'm really concerned about areas south and east of Baton Rouge. I'm concerned about areas near Macomb
Yeah,
and
so
Brookhaven.
it
And then,
can
of course,
be-
we're
it
already
can-
watching all of these storms.
Or
But
there's
these
like
are
a free trial version,
also
like a 2-week free trial period, or yeah, you can pay for it. But I think if you downloaded it, then you should be able to have that 2-week free trial. Like there should be a button on the very left on the splash screen.
Oh, which version is it?
It's the V7.4 or 7 point something. Yeah, if you click on, get WSV3. And then there should be download WSV3. And then the V7.4 release version.
See, I clicked on this one.
No, the one above. Yeah.
See, I clicked on the wrong one. That's what I did. This version will replace the other one that I just downloaded, right? Let's see.
Have you done a trial of it before?
Nuh-uh.
Huh. That's weird.
Let's see. How much is it?
25 a month or 240 a year.
So it's not one-time payment.
No, it's not. Sadly. That's so weird though that you don't have a free trial. If you wanted to try it, you could probably email the guy that made it. He emails back pretty quick.
Extension for the current tornado that's on the ground. Long tracker.
Yep.
Up to 2,400 people in the warning now.
What, in the one there at Galveston?
Yeah.
In Texas, this is Chambers County. I want to see if I can't find anything else out here. This is a very rural spot.
New
thankfully.
information. This tornado warning has been upgraded.
Yeah, so right now there's nothing out here really. There's one spot actually where there's a decent amount of, I don't know, what even is this? Like some sort of oil place? The Oyster Bayou? So like, there's nothing out here where the tornado is right now, but as it gets closer to places like Stowell, there's houses and stuff. Go ahead, Elijah.
Hey Ryan, I have an Andy relay here. He's saying that people should watch out for the Port Arthur area, even if it's far enough ahead of time. Like we want to give people a good heads up for a populated area. This is the sort of storm that the Storm Prediction Center would put an MCD out for, or a mesoscale discussion. The photographs are M-shaped, which means long track supercells. And this one has had a tornado or several for 2 hours now. So if you are in Port Arthur, please watch out. Andy is watching this area and is relaying that message.
All right, thank you, Elijah. So even all the way out here to Port Arthur, we need to be watching out as this dangerous storm is approaching rapidly. Big time, once again, giant tornado on the ground right now near Seabreeze, moving up towards Fig Ridge, Texas. Next up, thankfully, it's got a lot of very rural land to cross before it gets to Port Arthur.
If it
Hopefully,
does
it
get
dwindles
there,
before it gets
like
there.
it
But if
is
it
right
doesn't,
now,
this will make it right up there.
this might be
But right now,
PDS or
it's in a
worse.
pretty sparsely populated area.
Yes.
So that's good news. Let's go check in on some of our other newer tornado warnings that's just come out recently. Here's one. This is one that a lot of our storm chasers
You're
are on
thinking
right
it would
now.
be more likely
You
to
can
be
see
Tor
that
E than
in
PDS
the
if it
screen
went
or
through
on
Port
the
Arthur,
windows
right?
below the radar there.
PDS for now.
Pretty much all of our storm
We'll
chasers
see.
at this point are on this storm.
Hard to
tornado
say.
warning
Just
for
gotta wait
Caldwell
for maybe
Parish,
closer.
Louisiana.
It
We
actually
also
looked
have
like it
a
actually
tornado warning
strengthened
continuing
just
for
in the next scan.
Wilkinson, Mississippi. And my goodness, the rotation on it actually looks quite bad. It looks quite impressive. This is right over Gloucester right now, near the Amite County Training
the
School.
one in Mississippi
Eunice,
actually looks pretty
O'Neill,
strong.
Mount Olive, Zion Hill. You guys are all in the path here. Take shelter now
Let's
if you haven't
see.
already. This will likely get upgraded at some point, especially if we see a correlation coefficient drop there with that storm. All right, let's go back over to Texas. Newton and Jasper County, Texas. You guys are still under a tornado warning. Get to shelter at least for the next 8 minutes. And then last but not least, our continued big bad storm down here in Texas. This is obviously our main focus right now.
I saw the Pink
Holy
and Ryan
smoke.
stream. It's just a winter storm warning.
Oh, dude. That thing is one tornado that's not giving up, and it won't give up until it's damn good and ready.
Yeah, their V-road's about 70 to
Thank
80
you,
knots right
Back
now
40.
on that. So
Yeah,
So
this is strong.
basically, if it was-
Trammell says, "What about Alabama? We're going to get there. Don't worry. Right now, we're
So
focused on
basically,
where the
if it
severe
was
weather's
at,
happening now. It won't get into
Port Arthur
Alabama
right
until
now,
later.
it's
We
more than
will
likely
still
to
be
at
with you, likely
minimum
whenever it
40.
gets there. But all
potentially,
the storms are kind of happening in this area right now. They are going to move east. All right. So if you're in the red or the orange, and we're not talking about you yet, we will. But we've got to focus on the people that have life-threatening storms in their backyards right now. So just stay tuned. We'll relay the updates as we get closer to your town.
For the one time and probably the only stream, considering it's
All right, I think I'm gonna turn the volume or
most
something up on
important
my
stream
thing because I'm not
of
hearing the
2024
alerts when they come
currently.
out.
I have my mic muted in the stream so people can actually hear me and they can also hear y'all because the desktop thing. So
That's it, because we're going to need, because you're going to need it here for reliable sources in the
All right,
try to
our
get
newest
people's
tornado warning is for Caldwell, Franklin, and LaSalle counties or parishes in Louisiana. Another tight area of rotation appearing here near Rosefield, moving up towards Booker T. Washington School, the both state wildlife management area, and
basically,
Mason.
y'all are staying
Get
here
ready,
for
y'all. This is
stream
a
support.
strong storm, likely about to produce a tornado if it isn't already.
Yeah, because
Lots of storm chasers on this one as well.
I've been doing this since 2007. And I just want to save lives.
More supercells starting to form right around Alexandria.
Hey, if y'all want
These
to
will be our
become a
next tornado
stream,
warnings.
staff, I don't have any stream staff, or they have at least one, not many though.
We've got 6 tornado warnings right now. 6 tornado warnings right now.
Okay, 6 tornado warnings. Let me see some.
I think
Yeah, that
in the
newest
next,
tornado warning was Andy's last call out. So
in the
once
next
again, he's
hour,
still
I think that'll be
getting out in
climbing
front of these
rapidly.
things. Just a quick update on our confirmed tornado warning. Yep. Holy smokes. Yep. Still crazy. Still
got
absolutely
Andy's
wild.
Oh, dude, velocity
and
is
it is
damn near
rain wrapped.
black.
yeah.
It is rain wrapped. We've got Jason
According
up
to
here. I
Tim,
didn't
we have like
realize
80 knot V-road.
that he was on that storm
84
specifically.
knot,
And
84.5
somewhere in
knot
that
V
big
R.
flying saucer looking thing,
That's-
I'm pretty
yeah.
sure.
there
I'm pretty
is
sure
a
Houston is getting out
giant
of their
tornado,
shelter
and
right
that makes it
about
even
now.
scarier because you can't see it.
I'm sure they've been out for a while.
It is rain wrapped. It's honestly, it looks really similar to what we saw whenever the storm went through Dickinson, right? But now the tornado we know is even bigger. All right, so this is a really bad news for our friends in Seabreeze and Fig Ridge.
Yeah,
in
the extension is the one from the
Texas,
Houston
in
area
Chambers
that
County.
actually issued that.
So take shelter
City issued
now
that
if you
one.
haven't already. That big giant
saying,
wall of wind and rain
84
is
V-Rod.
concealing a massive monster tornado. All right, update on
I'll
Jasper
let the
and
Winter
Newton
Service
County,
handle that
Texas.
one.
4 minutes left on this tornado warning. We'll see if that continues. 34 minutes left on this tornado warning, moving up towards Clarks. Right now, the area of rotation is near Grayson. It's moving up towards Columbia, Louisiana. Banks Springs, Riverton, Hebert. You guys need to take shelter if you're over here near the Caldwell Parish Airport and the Kinney's Airstrip. Take shelter
I'm kind
now.
of surprised we haven't seen a Tory issued, actually.
Yeah, same.
Bryce Shelton is
Especially with
on
the
that storm.
TVS.
And this
It's
is a live
just the
view from him.
TVS saying this. 89 knots and 125 knots also.
I think it all comes down to the CC drop, because the CC drop is showing EF1.
I mean, there's no CC drop, but CC
There
drop's
is.
weak and safely, but there's nothing there.
I mean, the CC drop is there, it's just weak. But the thing is that these...
A new tornado warning has been issued.
The thing is, though, is like,
Okay, I
how
heard that
long
one.
is that thing gonna stay that way with the CC drop? Because with the velocity like it is, that
All right, new tornado warning for Caldwell County. Let's fly over to it. I'm sorry, parish. I'm going to get county and parish mixed up a million times today. Yeah,
I'm
so this is a
guessing
new warning
there's gonna be
for
something issued
Caldwell,
up to Port Arthur, not
Catahoula
including
and
Port Arthur,
Franklin
but up to it
Parish
here
in
soon. Extension.
Louisiana. Winsboro is included in this. Matt Majeria is a storm chaser out there for Live Storms Media out in front of this storm. And then, honestly, all the rest of our storm chasers are pretty much on
Looking
this storm right here. So
central Louisiana, there's like 3 tornado warnings.
we've got a good view of it, I guess you
Let's
could
see,
say.
how many do we got? We got 1, 2, 3, 4,
Go ahead,
5,
Elijah.
6, 7.
Hey Ryan, I have one
7
quick
total
news
tornado
report.
warnings.
The
Elijah is
Houston
talking
tornado, the one that we've been tracking for a very long time, it started the cross. Like, if it was
I
on the
really
ground
thought
the
there would be
entire
more
time while it
people
was
in this
across the
VC.
bay,
I'm
it's
shocked
been
that
on the ground
there's
for
not
over
that
an
many.
hour. It was 1 hour ago, it was in the middle of the bay still. And it was on the ground before it hit the bay. GR2 does not allow me to go back far enough in radar data without actually having to go into the archives and pull them. So this has been on the ground for a very, very long time.
This tornado has now
Thank you
officially been
so
the
much,
most
Elijah.
long-track tornado we have seen all
Yeah, so this
year.
right here
Over
is
an
this is the
hour
kind of storm
it's been on the
that we
ground.
thought we would see today, and we'll likely
An
see
hour?
more of
Good
these storms
Lord.
today. But this is like your, I mean,
I
think
they
back of.
Hey, we got a PDS tornado warning finally.
This is a huge
Where?
tornado.
From
This is,
Yes.
likely an
came through.
EF2, EF3, or greater
Freaking
tornado doing
long
significant damage. But thankfully,
A
so
new
far,
But it's
tornado warning
PDS
has been
tornado, but it
issued.
is.
Oh, the
it's
continuation. Okay.
you know,
It's
at least since it's been on
PDS
this
with its
side
radar
of the water,
indicated. PDS with radar
it's not really
indicated.
impacted
Get
anything.
ready for
That's going to
Ryan's
change
alarm
here
to go
soon
off.
as we
Here we go,
it
here we
is
go.
approaching the
Thank
town of
you,
Seabreeze
Lake
right
Charles.
now. And then next in line, unfortunately,
Lake
is
Charles
Port Arthur,
being
which was
based
just
here.
put under
Here we go.
a PDS tornado warning.
Here we go.
And that includes Port Arthur.
There it is.
So wow, weather intensity score is at a 400. That's crazy.
There's the PDS.
Okay, so we have a PDS tornado warning, y'all. That is
Second
a particularly
PDS
dangerous
at this
situation.
time.
This includes Port
Numero
Arthur. This is a
dos.
Second?
very
Yep,
popular
wait,
area.
Ray.
remember,
So you
we
had to
need
reboot
to let everybody know that
WSC3. What,
major,
service?
I got a question. How do you think Weather Lobby's
positive shout
reacting to
out to
this
the
one? How
National
do you
Weather
think they're
Service out
reacting?
here for doing this
Probably
because
losing their
it'll be a good
minds
hour
Surprisingly,
or
not
so
too bad.
before the storm gets there, but maybe about 45 minutes. And if this actually
Well, I
does
stand
go through
corrected.
Port Arthur and cause damage,
Okay, I
we've got
am
an
switching
incredibly
my
good
data
A new
to
tornado
stop
warning
this
has
lead
been
time
issued.
here. So
Yeah,
if
which
you know
server
anybody
are
in
we
Port
using?
Arthur, tell them to get to shelter
is actually a
immediately. We've got a
fast
giant
server to download
tornado
the
on the
radar
way,
data from.
and it is
I
doing
will say
significant
we have
damage.
about 40
Think
minutes
of-
before it arrives at
Think
Port
of some of
Arthur.
the biggest tornadoes.
I'm gonna have
All
to
right,
mute your
think
stream
of
again.
the recent ones
There you
out
go.
here, Rolling Fork.
I don't
Think
like
of
that
you know
noise.
that kind of thing. Right now, we would never know because it's happening over a field, right? It's happening over a swamp.
I mean,
but if this hits a town,
it's to get
it's going
your
to do
attention, so
unbelievable damage.
it's working.
And unfortunately, it is moving
Oh
up
no,
towards
we have no signal.
Port Arthur.
All right.
So take shelter now, and I've got to.
Oh, hey, Houston finally issued the PDS too.
I think that might have been what.
Because I think I'm gonna be standing here for the next.
How long did it? Oh, it went observed. It went observed.
Houston finally issued the PDS, by the way.
Give me just about a couple of minutes.
Finally. Finally, they were based as well.
Take a quick break.
Kurthwood,
We're literally
Evans,
talking about
Pickering,
2 minutes.
Slaggle, Burkeville, Stringtown, and Simpson. Please take
In the
shelter
meantime,
and stay tuned for updates.
Yeah, this one says
I'll be
observed
right
now.
back.
I don't know what's going on. One said radar
Elijah
indicated
just
was
posted
observed.
weather lobby, but we have our first confirmed fatality.
I think WSP. Oh no.
Yeah, I hate to
Wait,
say
oh,
it.
wait, guys, what's
The
going
National
on?
Weather
'Cause
Service has
the
issued
one
a
PDS said radar
considerable
indicated,
tornado
this one
warning
says
for
observed. What is
Chambers
going
County,
on?
Texas.
I hate to say
That's
this,
a disagreement between
extremely dangerous
between
tornado was
the
located
offices.
7
That's all
miles
it is.
southwest of Stoll, or 13 miles southwest of Hampshire, moving
You
east
know, I
at
hate
35
to be the
miles per
one
hour.
to say it,
This
but
is a particularly
y'all might
dangerous
disagree
situation.
with me on this.
Take cover now.
If it continues
The
in
primary
this
threat
exact
includes
path
a
and the
damaging
exact
tornado.
strength,
You are in a
it may be
life-threatening
upgraded
situation.
even
Flying
further.
debris may be deadly
I mean,
to those
yeah.
without shelter. Mobile homes will be destroyed.
It likely won't, but
Considerable
we'll see.
damage to homes, businesses, and vehicles is likely, and complete destruction is
I hope
possible.
it ain't.
The
We all
tornado
hope
is
it
expected
ain't,
to
really.
impact areas near Winnie and Stoll soon. Remain alert and follow safety instructions.
Just saying, we need to be prepared for
The National
the
Weather
worst,
Service has
which would be
issued an
the first
observed
story of
tornado
the day.
warning for northwestern Amite County in Mississippi. At 3 p.m.
They
Central
upgraded one of the
Standard
Mississippi
Time,
ones to
a
observe,
confirmed
by the way.
tornado was located
I'm
7
not
miles
surprised.
northeast of Gloucester,
Well.
or 13 miles northwest of Liberty, moving northeast at 35
Okay,
miles
yeah.
per hour. This is an extremely
New
dangerous
information.
situation.
This tornado
Radar
warning has been
confirmed tornado.
upgraded.
Wait, now you said-
TDS is coming
Primary
back
threat
here on that.
includes damaging
the
tornadoes
PDS.
that can lead to flying
Yep,
debris,
it is.
making it dangerous for those caught without shelter.
All right.
Mobile homes
All
could
right,
be
I'm back.
damaged or destroyed, and significant
By the
damage
way,
to
Gray,
Good job,
roads,
y'all.
which
and vehicles
warning
is
server are you
expected.
using?
I'm using the WSV3
Good job,
warnings
y'all.
right now. They have their own wire server.
Weather.
Yeah, is that
All
what
right.
you're using
So
right now?
we're
First-
back now.
first
I'm
one?
going to be standing
Yes.
here in this spot
What were
for
you on before?
several hours. I just want to go over everything again. PDS tornado warning
Was it IM?
Probably
is now
on,
in place. Let me
the other one
just
where
go over
the
everything here
HTTP
because
based
we're
server, it's a
unfortunately,
bit slow.
in a normal situation,
it
I would
should
just
still
stay
be
locked in on
fast,
this one warning, and
because
we
it's
wouldn't
their own,
even
like,
talk about
private
anything
servers.
else. But there are other confirmed tornadoes
and if none of those
ongoing,
work,
and
then
we have
I
to jump
usually try
around.
to, like, flip-flop
So I'm going to
between
cover
only
everything
those
right
two.
here
But if none of them
for
work, then
Port
I'll use,
Arthur, and then we might not make it back down
warnings.cog.edu.
here until it gets a little bit closer to Port Arthur.
Yeah, that's pretty
A
much what I
dangerous
do,
tornado
too.
is on the ground right now near Stowell. It's moving east at 50 miles per
Guys.
hour, extremely fast. This is a particularly dangerous situation.
Look at the
If you're in
tornado
Jefferson County,
look
in
at the
Texas,
tornado
take shelter
on
now.
the,
Your life could
strain of
literally
Connor-
depend on it.
Connor's strain.
It'll be near Hampshire and LaBelle near 310. Port Arthur
That's just
potentially as soon as 315 or 320.
Someday, it's not
Port
active.
Acres around 320, 325.
By the way,
we've got a life-threatening situation on our hands here.
By the way, Gray,
Flying
what do you
debris
think of this
will be deadly.
progression
Mobile
here?
homes are going to be completely
goes
destroyed.
from
Damage to businesses
red
and
for
homes
radar
is likely,
indicated,
and complete
the purple for
destruction is
confirmed,
possible.
pink for PDS,
Get to the lowest
and pink with
floor,
black for
the most interior room
worry.
of your home. Put as many walls between you and the outside world as possible. And
yeah,
this
I
is one of
think
those
that's good.
situations. If you live in Port Arthur,
Mason's
right
saying
now,
he expects a
you've got
Tory as it
time,
gets closer
right?
to
You got
I-10.
30 minutes or
I
so
kinda
before the storm
have
gets there.
mine
Go
a bit
get a
more
helmet
animated
out of the
just so it's
garage. Get the baseball
easier so you
helmet
can,
out.
like,
Get the
catch
bicycle
the
helmet
size,
out. Your
but
old
also,
football helmet. Take
the
that with you into
tornado
your safe spot.
emergency, like,
The number one way you're going to
legend
get hurt
up
in a
there,
situation like this is wood or something falling on your head.
I feel like
Bring a
changing
helmet.
The black
Bring the
bar
kids'
to
bicycle
a-
helmets. Make sure you
to
got closed-toed shoes
horizontal
on
instead of vertical.
and stay with us. Go ahead
be
and
a
get to
bit
shelter
easier to read.
now and stay with
And
us
also just
until
look
the
better,
storm
I
is
feel like.
passed. Here's a live video right now
I
of
mean,
a tornado
sure,
forming
but also
in
the warnings
Amite
in WFP
County,
aren't
Mississippi.
Really that thick. So, if anything, it would look
Did he zoom out? He zoomed out.
unlike on GR2.
But we had a a really good view of the funnel cloud there from Jordan Hall.
You know what I mean?
And this is also another confirmed tornado
Yeah.
warning. So let me come back over here and show you this. We got a tornado forming right now, right in front of us here in Mississippi, in the
Tornado coming
Homochito
down
National
Mississippi.
Forest. Okay, so a tornado is coming together right now. You can see it. It's barely making contact with the ground right now, but
Yep, you can see it right
is
there. Yep, there it is.
increasing. Wow, that's gonna
Don't
be a
mind
big
me
one.
just going through all of
Look
the.
at that. That whole
A
mesocyclone
new
is
tornado
spinning
watch has
around
been issued.
super fast there. Once again, this is a live look.
A new tornado
right
watch has
over
been issued.
O'Neill in the Homochito National Forest.
Can I ask one of y'all a question real fast?
Sure, go for it.
How do I put these soundboard buttons in my stream deck to make them work in there?
Oh, I don't have a stream deck. I wouldn't know.
No, I'm saying like the desktop version of Stream Deck.
Yeah, I don't have it, so I wouldn't know.
Is there somebody in here that does know? That would be a no, I would assume.
Yeah, no, I don't have the
tornado
Stream Deck
warning.
software either.
Richland
Yeah, you
Parish
could
in
you could
Louisiana.
try
Nothing
YouTubing
confirmed
it,
on this
though.
one either. This is the one James is on. I don't know if you guys have seen James.
What was that? I couldn't hear you over Ryan's voice.
Tornado down here in Amite, Mississippi, and then also our PDS tornado warning in Jefferson County, Texas.
Holy shit, my mom is making
And let's take a look at the velocity.
cheesecake
Oh
and it
my
smells so
God.
goddamn good.
Get it? Jefferson County.
Thank God I don't have
This is
the Elijah
insane.
dinner
This is
curse.
insane. And did we ever get?
Damn it! I should.
Okay,
I'm
Jason
gonna go
Cooley,
get something
he's
before they
still
start
with us,
it.
right?
Well, I'm stuck here until this.
Let's put
till
him
this
in one of
blows
those
over.
top three.
This damn velocity in Jefferson County is crazy.
So that video.
Well, it's crazy
feed
the
right
fact that the
there is
CC drop
Jason.
on it
He's
is non
really close to
existent.
the storm.
Yeah, no shit.
And then
Apparently,
Brad,
according to Troy, this
he's
is a
on
93
something
knot
as
V
well.
rope.
There's a developing tornado here near Tulos,
93?
Yeah. So
Louisiana.
why isn't
Yep.
So
this
this is a live look
the
from Brad Arnold.
tornado?
Guys,
Maybe
I'm
a
telling you, it's
tornado
going to get a
or
little
something,
confusing
shouldn't it?
here. We've got tornadoes.
They likely are not
dropping out
issuing
of
as
the
a
sky
tornado
left and right,
emergency
all
because
across,
of population, maybe.
portions of Texas, Mississippi, and Louisiana.
Well, I
We're
think
likely
it
going to
might
hit a
be
point
that
here where we have
when it gets closer to Port
more than
Arthur, I
3
think
big
that
tornadoes
might
down
change.
at the same time.
There is
You can see
literally
this one
a
coming
TBS
together right here where Brad
level
Arnold
12
is near
here.
Well, the thing is, it's
At least
not
on-
officially.
Level 12. Wait. TBS level 12. So what does that mean?
When it gets in this box right about here, I think it's when they'll do it, if they do it.
Yeah, this
I
TBS
would-
has 124 knots.
Oh
Honestly,
my God! Look at the new
I wouldn't be
scan.
surprised.
Oh, good God Almighty!
I wouldn't be surprised to see this go Torrey as it enters Lake Charles area.
We got a new scan coming in.
Bro, no CC
Okay, never mind. It's Velos, new TVS of 83 knots, low level velocity, and the maximum is
You
137
know what?
knots.
I'm switching to Lake Charles radar.
Holy crap! It's so strong it has broken my palate here.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Look at Lake Charles radar.
Oh my gosh! Look at this right here. Look.
Is there a hole in the radar? Or like where the range or something like that?
Dude, if Houston switched over to Lake Charles radar site, they would go crazy.
Yeah, I think we're
Destroyers
kind of
reporting
starting to get a
a
little bit of debris.
97 knot V rope.
Look at these velocities. 105, and I get
Oh
113.
my God!
And,
You
and I
know,
know that's
this
I have
is-
to imagine we're gonna start getting debris balls soon. This one.
It probably is a debris ball. it's
Look
just
at the
not
new
high
scan. The new
PDS
stand.
PDS continues. Large, extremely dangerous tornado located near Stowell. I don't know
Wait,
about.
what radars are y'all using for tracking this? Are y'all...
I'm using Lake Charles.
I'm on Houston still.
I'm on
Yeah,
Houston
I'm
still.
on
I think.
Houston.
Lake Charles, I think, is more
I'm looking
accurate.
at the Lake Charles radar just because at this point it's not folding the
Find Seabreeze. Thankfully,
velocities
Seabreeze,
as much.
very, very small area. There's not a lot out there. We've got the
I mean, this thing's going to
Audubis
steam.
Oh yeah, you're right.
alligator
It's going to steam
farms
towards Port Arthur at some
and
point.
that's about it. There's some oil rigs. Thank goodness. Okay,
They
because this right here is the
disincluded
kind
it for
Go back to
Arthur
Houston.
tornado
for
that
some
flattens
reason.
the
Like
city
they,
and gets
Debris
rid of
ball.
it forever.
We got three
Okay,
tornadoes.
Debris ball,
It's
debris ball.
not
I
in
knew
a
it.
city right now, so that's very good.
Actually, I'm gonna check this
It's
with
moving
PTS
over
here on
towards
VR.
Port Arthur. The actual
Does anyone know
downtown
the
Port
Chambers
Arthur area
County
is not included
PDS
in the
is going
PDS
to
tornado
expire or
warning.
no? No one knows that yet.
And
It
that's
should be allowed to
because
expire. It's
if
moving
this
out of the warned
continues to
area.
be a strong tornado all the way to right here, they'll issue a new warning about at this point to get everybody on board in Port Arthur. But there's a chance that this could weaken out before it gets there, and that's what we're going to hope for. Because the next 30 minutes or so, it's literally going to be going over nothing. There's nothing for it to hit except for this. What is this? A Big Hill Strategic Petroleum Reserve Site. There's actually a pretty big petroleum site here. But as far as residential and commercial stuff, there's nothing until it gets to Port Arthur. All right, so hopefully it weakens before it gets to Port Arthur. But this has been producing a tornado for a long time. We've been tracking it since it was like down here, and it's went this long. It's only got this much longer to go before it gets to Port Arthur. So I would be, I would definitely be assuming that it's going to make it to Port Arthur if I lived there. The decisions that you make now, the preparations that you make now, could save your life. Don't wait until the sirens go off. Don't wait until you can see the thing. Don't wait. And by the way, we're still nowhere near the peak environmental, zone here. Like that, this is there's going to be a point this evening where it's actually more favorable for tornadoes to get strong, believe it or not. Yeah, we've got a large, very dangerous tornado right now pushing towards Port Arthur. It's not there yet. We've got a lot of empty space for it to traverse before it gets there. We are hoping that it dissipates before it gets there. But if it doesn't, we've got a very, very serious situation on our hands for the folks in Port Arthur. That's why we're kind of hyper-focusing on that area. We do have
the
four
PDS tornado watch now
warnings that are currently in place, though.
Did you see that new font that I just made in my stream deck?
We're trying to touch on all of them. And
I
not
expect
just,
a meso gamma
on one area.
coming out here for this.
So that's what we're going to do.
Yeah, I was about to say,
now.
most of Mississippi, or at least
again. So come with me as we do
Mississippi
this.
looks to be on the ground from what I'm seeing in Weather Lobby.
We continue to have a tornado warning
yeah, it looks
for
like it.
Franklin and Lincoln counties in Mississippi. And we continue to have a really interesting looking rotation signal here. This is the drone footage that Jordan had not too long ago that had the giant
line,
rotating wall cloud. This is that storm. It's likely producing a tornado at this point as it moves up towards Butte and Monroe. Take shelter now. Counties in Mississippi, and we continue to have a really
A new
the
PDS tornado warning
Chambers
has
County
been
PDS
issued.
has been allowed to expire?
All right. So,
Yeah,
this right here is either producing a tornado right now or it's about to. And here's a live view of that. Corey Gherkin, who is live in the Radar Omega
Yeah, Ryan's
app,
got a
is in
camera.
Meadville,
I might we'll probably pull up my
Mississippi.
Radar Omega in a minute. Or Mississippi.
Or near that, anyways. Yeah, he's in Meadville, Mississippi, giving us a
Chambers County PDS has been allowed to expire.
a view Right. of this storm continuing to come together. This right here is either producing a tornado right now. Once again, he's in the Radar Omega app, and he's got a drone up in the air, and this is what it looks like when a big, broad rotating mesocyclone comes together. This is a good learning experience. Let me tell you what I'm talking about here. Have you heard us talk about rotation being broad before? Whenever we look at a big, rotating storm like this, a lot of times we'll point at this and be like, the rotation's very broad, which means that there could be a smaller point of rotation in there, or the whole thing is just spinning too broadly and it's likely not producing a tornado. This is a
it's clear that they think this is going to go
where there's a
to
lot
Port
of
Arthur
spin, there's a
maybe or
lot of
something.
energy,
The-
but it's
the
not
Port Arthur is in
focused,
the
it's not
warning.
condensed enough on
At least
one
on my
little area
polygon.
to produce a tornado.
And it's 45
now,
minutes
if
out of-
one or two little things change, that all of that energy, all of that broad energy, could be transferred.
No, I was wrong. It was a little
into
outside
a
of
smaller
the
area
scam.
and produce a very strong
Alright,
tornado, which is
correlation,
what we're
CC
afraid
drop
is
is
about to
now
happen
appearing on the,
with this
Lake
storm
Charles
here
radar.
that is rotating like a daggone top near Bude, Monroe,
They're saying-
Quentin, and Shucktown.
A couple
in
updates
Mississippi.
just
You
came
gotta get
down.
the
We have
shelter
we have a
out here in
tornado.
Franklin and Lincoln County,
a
Mississippi.
warning.
We're
in-
watching
actually,
the
hold on one second.
development.
Wait, I
of
have an idea. I have the
tornado
reason
now.
that the CC drop may not be showing up.
Too far.
It's
That's
because
the only reason.
it's because it's on the marsh. It's literally just water and grass. It's nothing for it
Yep.
to eat.
Anyway, so someone in the NWS chat channel asked how long before Calcaso and
Yeah, Jordan Hall's on the same
Beauregard.
one too.
So we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, lots
there.
of scud, lots of scary
Is
looking
it-
clouds,
they
lots
may
of rising
provide an
motion
update
here.
on what they're-
This is a powerful storm
think it
that
just
is literally
turned more
trying to
north to
suck all the
downtown
moisture
Port
out of the
Arthur.
ground. That's how much upward motion there is. So this is going to produce a tornado very, very soon,
And Port Arthur isn't.
and it'll
this
happen
warning. It's
Yeah,
going
it
somewhere
should- it
near
should
the
be in the
town
warning.
of
It
Dick
should be.
and Bude in
You're right, it should be.
Mississippi.
I mean, they're
Idiots.
going to worry this. They're going to wait until it gets to
They're
town.
it's
asking
happening
people
now.
to die. This thing is speeding up, and they're sitting there not even in the warning yet. Dude, come on. Wake the fuck up,
Once again, this
Houston.
is Corey Gherkin, who is live in there.
It ain't Houston, it's Lake Charles.
Yeah, it's Lake Charles now.
That explains
And
it.
besides,
showing the slow
research has
but
shown
sure
actually that a
process of
30-minute warning is
tornado
actually
genesis here
worse
with this
than a
storm that's
15-minute
prompting the
warning.
tornado warning in Franklin and
Yeah, 'cause
Mississippi.
people think they have time, but they don't.
Well, Franklin and
Yeah.
Lincoln counties in Mississippi.
I think they're probably going to wait for Tory until it gets to Taylor Landing, I figure. If they do
You can
it.
see it's actually getting a little bit more.
What if
There's
this
a little
goes
bit more
over
motion,
water
so that
again
the
and
tightening of
strengthens
the
even more?
Like
the
in my
rotation
case,
is starting to happen
I have
now.
a storm shelter in my house, so I'm not really worried about time. But like someone who has to leave their house to avoid a tornado, a 15-minute warning is better than a
If
30-minute.
you're just now tuning in, this is a live look
You know,
at
since
a
it's
tornado
basically
trying to
confirmed
develop
it's
here
gonna
near
try to
Meadville,
do it,
Mississippi.
I'm gonna go
near
ahead and get
Bude.
my
This is in
OBS
Franklin
ready.
and
I'm gonna
Lincoln
change
counties in
the text to
Mississippi.
Tor E.
We're giving you a live look at this so that we encourage you to take shelter along Highway 84 out here in Franklin County.
I'm gonna get
Vito,
ready
Shucktown,
just in
and Quentin,
case.
you guys are in the path. You guys need to be taking shelter as well. On top
There's
of
still
this,
nothing from
we also have a
Lake Charles
bigger
office.
tornado,
We'll
a
see what they
much
do
bigger
with this
tornado
warning.
continuing to
Aaron
happen
Rigsby
down
just
here
reported a
in
large
Texas. We got
wedge
a
tornado
PDS
in progress
warning
south of Bude,
for
Mississippi.
Jefferson County in Texas.
Oh, wow.
This is a
Did they
large
tag the office,
tornado. We're
or-
talking about a
Yeah, they did.
monster
Okay.
tornado that has the capability to flatten neighborhoods. Okay. Thankfully, right
Will
now
this
it
be the
is not
south-
in a neighborhood.
southwest
It's in the
Mississippi
middle of
storm?
nowhere.
Yes, that's the
However,
tornado warning storm
it's
near
moving
Bude.
towards
I don't
Port Arthur.
see
And
it,
if
but
it
what do I
doesn't
know?
weaken or if something doesn't happen here soon,
yeah,
we
there's Bude.
might
All right.
have problems in Port Arthur
Oh, there you go,
within the
one
next
confirmed.
20 to 30 minutes. So we want to advise
PDS for Mississippi.
everyone
Yes, for
to
Mississippi,
take
yep.
shelter
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
in Port Arthur as soon as that warning comes out, which it might happen here soon. Brandon Kopic is also live in the Radar Omega app, and he's also.
We
at
just
that
got a
one meeting in
PDF
Mississippi.
tornado. We just got a PDF
And
for
we've got
Mississippi large
we
extremely.
Oh, I
continue to
see
watch
why.
tornado
Yeah.
genesis happen.
We have another large extremely dangerous tornado on the ground in Louisiana heading towards Port Arthur.
So I'm going to
What's
just
the
leave
better
this on
radar
preview
for the
so we can
Mississippi
watch all of
one?
this unfold.
I'm on KHTC.
Another person that's on that tornado.
And this storm is look at the one storm the head for Port Arthur
believe
looks
it's Jordan.
insane on the Lake Charles radar.
Yeah, Jordan Hall.
Yeah, it does. I'm looking at Lake Charles
Brandon
radar
Clement.
right now. Lake Charles
Yeah,
is probably
Hammond
looking
It's
at
coming
this.
together really
Dude,
quickly.
Lake Charles is probably looking at this like a hawk right now.
Holy smokes, y'all.
Jackson is the better radar, I think.
A hawk too.
Look at it though. After Port Arthur, it's going to go right
This
for
is one
Lake
of the
Charles
better
radar.
I will
live
say,
presentations of tornado.
definitely
genesis
tornado on
you'll
the
ever
ground from Corey's stream.
get. Super huge shout out to the Radar Omega Cyclone Port team, Corey Gurkin.
Uncondensed, but yeah.
I don't know if y'all noticed this, but look at the lineup. It's going right for Lake Charles as well, not just Port
Really
Arthur.
fast
Towards
moving
Lake
storm
Charles,
overall,
yep.
too.
Yep,
here's
it is.
Here's another wonderful view of this thing. This
If
is
it
live
stays
right
on
now
the
from a
ground
drone on
for
that same
long, That's going to
storm.
be the longest tornado
Wow.
track ever.
If this were to
Unbelievable.
what's it called?
All right, we're going back to the
If you look at
preview.
Jordan Hall's stream, I can't tell
Obviously,
if
our
that's
storm
just
chasers are
a
giving
low
us,
mezzo or actually on the ground
incredible
tornado.
views of this thing, and we're going to continue
If
to
this
show
were to track
you
to
this.
Lake
But
Charles,
just because I do want
I
everybody to
believe
know
that
that just
the
because we don't see
office
anything making
takeover
contact with the
over
ground
would
at
probably
this
be
very
Dallas.
moment, doesn't mean that even just 5 seconds from now
Dallas
that's
or
going to
Little
change.
Rock.
So don't go outside. Don't go try to look at it yourself.
I will say
That's what we're here for.
that
Get to shelter if you're out here
Port
in Clinton,
Arthur
Lucien,
tornado
or Williams
gives me
especially,
looks like it looks
in,
very
Franklin
similar to
or
Amory.
Lincoln counties in Mississippi.
Do not speak the name of memory. That thing was a beast.
Dude, it just got worse on velocity.
Yeah. That radar presentation
Which this
reminds
is
me
a
of that a
so
lot.
much worse on
warning as well
velocity.
now.
I don't know if that's a debris ball.
Yes, likely is.
That is very concerning.
It just hit something, and it's
Oh yeah, dude.
Jason's
Oh,
calling
yeah,
for
no,
Torrey
still
and
no
Mississippi.
Torrey.
So once again, just in case anybody missed it, just in case anybody
Nice
is,
debris ball there
you
on
know,
that one.
not,
We
if
have
your
two,
attention has
you know,
diverted
now that
away,
I'm thinking
just
about
go
it,
ahead and ring
PDSs
the
right now
alarms
on the
again
ground.
and
It
announce
could
that.
easily be.
We have another PDS tornado warning. We've got 2 ongoing PDS tornado warnings. One of those is now in Franklin and Lincoln counties in Mississippi, as we've got a large, damaging
A new
tornado.
PDS tornado
coming together
warning
or
has
on
been
the ground
issued.
now near Little Springs,
They
moving
still
up
are
towards
not going to
Clinton.
go PDS. Not PDS. Tory on this. Much as I think they should.
It's kind of crazy how I think that, now they're both mentioning both storms could go toward E. It's, honestly, either one of them more than likely
One second,
will.
I'm just waiting for some stuff to load here. Okay, so if you're just now tuning in,
Yeah, we're playing the
this
game
is
of
our,
which is
our
going to go
second
Tory
consecutive
first.
PDS tornado
Yeah.
warning. PDS stands for particularly
I mean,
dangerous situation.
I really do think they should go Tory, like.
No,
we've
we
got
have
a
not,
big
but we may
tornado
get
on the
one
ground
soon.
here, and I think
Significant
Corey's
CC
finally
drop on the
starting
Mississippi
to
cell
If
from Jackson
Norman
radar.
issues one for
Holy
Custer
smokes,
City,
yeah, there it is.
there should definitely be one for this.
Yeah,
Oh
it's
my
a
good
little bit
God.
farther back in there than what we
Tornado
originally
on
thought.
screen.
But there, it's
Tornado
on the ground.
screen.
It's a huge tornado,
Large tornado.
damaging tornado on
Oh,
the ground
good
right now.
God, yeah,
near
look at
Boone
that.
and
That's the Mississippi
Meadville, moving
tornado.
northeast at 30 miles per hour. This is a
Look
life-threatening
at that.
situation.
I mean, you can
The
barely
next
even see
locations
it.
in the
I
path
think
are going to
it's
be
pretty
McCall
obvious
Creek,
which one's
New
gonna go
Hope,
Tory
Little
first.
Springs, and Vaughn.
I don't know.
This is a big wedge tornado, damaging tornado. You got to
wedge
get
tornadoes are
underground
more than likely
if possible.
going
You can see
Tory
the right
first.
edge of it there.
Okay, alright.
It's a little hard to see, but it's there, and it's very large.
Yeah, well, look at that Ryan's.
You want to
look at
stay
that
away
Ryan's
from
stream
windows,
and,
move to
and
the
look at that one of the
lowest
storm.
floor or interior room.
Corey,
Mobile homes are
wow, that is
not
a
safe.
big tornado.
We've got a giant tornado
I
on the
don't
ground
want to
now in
have to use
Mississippi.
the text
There's
that I
also
have
still a
waiting
big
for
tornado
it,
on the
but
ground in
it might
Jefferson
have to
County,
have to
Texas as
happen.
well.
It might have
Just
to
to
happen.
Keep you
It might
up
end up pulling
to
the
date on what's
purple.
going on here. We got 2
Pulling the
big
purple.
life-threatening tornadoes
might.
happening right now. This
That
one's in a
big
little bit more of a
purple
populated
button
area,
in my
even though
soundboard
it
might
is very
have to be
rural.
used
It's
today.
closer to some towns like Quinton and Lucien.
If that is
So is Tory like purple or pink?
That would be pink
So
and
PDS
purple
tornado
as
warning.
well.
If you're in the path, don't wait. Take cover now. Every second counts. The warning is going to go until 4 p.m. for West Central Lincoln County and East Franklin County.
Yeah, well.
I really don't want to have to press that, but it might
Let's
happen.
really quickly go back and check
Hold
in
up,
on our other
there's
tornado
another-
warning.
Can you press it
Our
real
other
quick? I want to see what it
PDS
sounds
tornado
like.
warning, I should say.
Hey, there's a
It's just
TDS
Ryan
southwest of KPOE as well
Uh,
now.
Oh my
It's just Ryan
gosh,
Hall's
it's
sound.
not going to stop, is it?
Oh, dude,
We've
Ryan
still
just looked
got
at it
a
and he's
major
baffled.
tornado ongoing.
Yeah, he is. Oh,
As it
wow.
gets dangersely close now to
I
Port
expect
Arthur.
tornado
It
emergency
won't
to be
surprise
issued
me
for this
if
Texas one
within the next little bit
momentarily.
we saw a
Listen,
We're
new
getting to that
that is
15 minute
getting-
mark.
issue and maybe even a new PDS
It's
tornado
getting
warning
to the
issue.
point
that
where
included
I have
all
to say
With
on
the way
straight,
this
Port
National
Arthur.
Weather Service station has been
It's
performing
including
lately.
West Port Arthur.
it's getting
Lakeview,
to the point
and
where I'm
areas
about
like
to have
that.
to say tornado
So I would
emergency is
go ahead and
imminent.
start getting in my
It's
safe
getting to
spot if
that
I lived in
point.
Port Arthur, Texas. Go ahead, Elijah.
Oh, Elijah's got something
Hey
to
Ryan,
like
just
to
a
say.
very quick update on that Houston-based tornado, the one that's heading
Oh,
towards Port
hello there,
Arthur.
Elijah.
It currently just hit the Big Hill Strategic Petroleum
Yeah,
Reserves.
it's
That is
speeding
a
towards
U.S.
Taylor
government
Landing right now.
oil reserves.
Was it still about?
The oil
Ah,
is
he's
kept
a
at the
news
ground,
analyst.
so
Okay.
the U.S. government's not losing the
How
oil.
far before
but
it's
a lot of people in that
near
area
Port
most
Arthur?
likely know of that gigantic facility. So if you know where that is,
The
tornado
oil
is
facility
currently
just
basically
got
on
clapped.
top of it right now.
They're
Yep,
getting
that's
so
what the
much-
CC
the
drops from.
Baltic just
And
updated. They're
that's
keeping
another
it as a
thing about
PDS.
these kinds of tornadoes. It's really easy to see where these are going. We talked about that oil preserve thing 30 minutes ago, as it was one of the only things out
Dude,
in
I can
front
see,
of this
I can
tornado,
see
and now it's
Reed
there.
going into this thing
Now,
with Dominator
unfortunately,
3.
we're in a similar
He's not
situation, but
Reed's not a
instead of talking
Dominator.
about an
Look at
oil
his screen. He's
reserve,
not using the Dominator.
we're talking about a city. We're talking about the area between Port Arthur and Sabine Pass.
But this thing is heading straight for Port Arthur.
We got
It's
to get
heading
to
straight
shelter. We
for
got to get
there.
this whole
It's
town
beelining it, dude.
underground, or at least in the most interior room of their home, with as many walls between them and the outside
feel like
world as
it might go a bit
possible.
south
Take a
of Port
helmet.
Arthur.
My other
Take
question is
some
why
mattress
does
off
this
the
not
bed, do whatever
include?
you
My
can
other
to
question is
protect
why
your
does
head.
this warning not include Port
It's
Arthur?
coming. We're about to see the warning come through. I don't know when
PDS
that's
tornado
gonna happen,
watch has
but
been
it will here
extended.
shortly. Let's go back to Mississippi.
There's the Mississippi
All of our storm
tornado
chasers
we
that you're
just
seeing
saw,
there,
Victoria, Mississippi.
these guys are all
Yeah, extended the PDS.
in,
It's extended into Yazoo County,
the
County,
Mississippi
Yazoo
storm. Go ahead,
County.
Elijah.
I mean, I just got something else.
Hey Ryan, I have a message from
Probably talking about
Andy.
the unwarned
I was just told you
QLCLSs.
just heard it. There is an unwarned QLCS tornado right now southwest of the KPOE radar at Fort Smith.
A new
John- or
tornado
Fort
watch has been
Johnson,
issued.
South
tornado watch is
Louisiana.
An unwarned QLCS
Just so you're
tornado.
aware, that is from Andy.
Okay, thank you so much, Elijah. Meteorologist Andy Hill keeping us updated. There's an unwarned tornado out there. Make sure you take shelter now near New Lano and Leesville.
I don't think
this
that
is,
tornado in that
a
line
dangerous
would be the
situation for
priority
you.
right now.
Big time tornado continues out here, getting ready to cross Highway 84 near Quinton and Lucian
We'll see what this
in
radar scan
Mississippi.
looks
This
like
is
when
another
it's done.
PDS tornado
There's way
warning.
more
People's
important
lives are in
things
danger
to
here
be
in Quinton
worrying
and
about than a
Lucian.
QCS tornado
Please
at
take
this
shelter
point.
if you haven't already.
Just because
this is gonna be
it's small tornadoes does not mean it shouldn't
bad
be
storm,
mentioned.
to put it lightly. This is going to be a life-threatening situation.
But
We
I'm saying,
saw
like,
a
it's
live view
more-
of it not
it's
too long
probably
ago.
on the, NWS is
And you
probably
couldn't see
looking
the
at
whole
the
thing in the
larger
shot. Like,
tornadoes
this is a
than that one
big
right now. That's what I'm trying to
tree-eating
say.
monster Dixie wedge, and it's coming up towards Quinton.
That is a
and
monster
Lucian.
tornado we're looking
Take
at.
shelter
On
now.
I will say
Also
the PDS
downstream,
tornado in
shut
Texas
down.
looks like
Williams
the
and
weekend
Cobb. You guys are in the
significantly,
path as well.
but I mean, it could cycle
Further
back in.
downstream, if this one continues for any significant amount of time, we might have to be watching out in places like Beauregard and Wesson in Mississippi. Now, let's go check out our other tornado warning, which is now a confirmed tornado warning in Franklin and Madison parishes in Louisiana. This is getting ready to come into Winsboro. Okay,
Every tornado warning that
take
exists right now is
shelter,
either confirmed or
now.
PDS.
New tornado warning for
This is
we
an
got a
incredibly
confirmed
dangerous
tornado
situation.
now in
We've got a
Louisiana.
tornado
warning for
on
Winsboro.
the ground.
Near
Tornado on the ground.
New information.
Coming to
This
Winsboro,
tornado warning
Louisiana.
has been
Take
upgraded.
shelter now. We've got damage.
It's a confirmed
We
tornado.
got damage. This is a live look at
Yeah,
damage.
new tornado warning. New
near
tornado
the
warning just came in.
Mississippi storm.
Tornado producer storm
This is
looking
over
over
there
Fort
near
Johnson,
Meadville.
moving east at 35 miles per hour.
As you can see, like I said, tree
You do
and
know I was
storm. That's
talking about that
exactly
one,
what's
right?
happened here.
Oh,
Specifically,
okay, so
I
that's
think,
another.
Brandon's
Oh wow, what is
location
this
right
about?
now
Oh, we got
is
damage.
closer to
Wow.
the Highway 98 area near. Let's see here, the not. Yeah, Highway 98 near the Honchito Lake and River. That's where we're seeing this damage right now. It's just a little bit to the south and east of Meadville. But this is live. This just happened as the tornado that's moving towards Quentin and Lucian continues to move off to the north and east. This is what it's done. Brandon Kopic's running in there to see if anybody needs help.
Wild.
If you're just now tuning in, we've got 2 PDS tornado warnings. And then on top of that, we have 2 confirmed tornadoes warnings. Here's another one. I believe.
So we have 4 tornadoes in
Andy
progress
just
right
called
now.
out. So
New
now we've got
information.
an official
This tornado
confirmed
warning
on
has
this,
been upgraded.
at this point.
2
Leesville,
confirmed,
Mulatto,
2
Fort
PDS.
Johnson.
Yeah, 4 tornadoes.
You guys are all under tornado warnings.
I
Fullerton.
was
This
live.
is Vernon County,
And then our live
Louisiana, or
stream kinda
Parish,
just
Louisiana.
crashed.
Take shelter immediately. All right, let's go
I have
back
no
to
idea
our big one.
what to even do.
Still waiting on the official word from the National Weather Service down here. Are we going to see a warning issued for Port Arthur soon? It's a tough decision to make. If you
They
issue
need
it
to
now,
issue one for Port Arthur.
and the storm does end up weakening before it gets to Port Arthur, you might have some boy who cried wolf things going on. You know how it goes with people and weathermen. Nobody likes the weatherman when we're wrong. But also, if you issue it now and a huge tornado goes right through the town, then you've potentially saved a lot more lives. The people at the National Weather Service out here have an incredibly tough job. But if you're watching this stream, you've got inside baseball. You've got inside. We're essentially looking. We're having the same conversations, and we're essentially looking at the same things as the National Weather Service, right? So you know that at least
And
they're
they
considering issuing a warning for Port Arthur. And honestly, if you're watching this stream, you want to be more prepared. You want to be extra weather aware, right? So just go ahead and take shelter. Don't wait on the warning.
Usually when there's a PDS tornado warning, they are talking.
But this thing has been going for so long. It would be
They do.
honestly
they
it'd be a
probably are
miracle right
talking
now if it
about
just
but, like,
stopped in
physically,
its tracks.
They're not letting the media or
The
any
only good news I can think of right now, in regards to this storm,
We'll have to see how they
it's
proceed.
got a little bit of a southward bearing to it that might take it just south of the town. We can't put
I don't know.
too
My
much
whole
faith
OBS
in
kind of
that.
just
We
crashed.
don't know for sure.
And I was live.
But let's hope that the tornado
If you have
goes
a
south
if
of
you have
the
a
town of
setting
Port
set
Arthur,
up,
but right now
it
we
should
just got to
keep
assume
you
that it's going
live
to
for
go
like
right
a minute,
smack dab through the middle of
giving
it.
you time to.
Well, I didn't
It's got
realize. I
everybody in
didn't
Port
realize
Arthur,
this
West Port Arthur needs to
till
be
my friend texted me and goes,
underground or
"Hey,
in
the
best
live stream is now,"
possible,
and I was like, "How long has this been like
shelter
this?" He's
that they
like,
can be in.
"I realized it just now."
I'm going to get the mesoscale ready.
I don't
here.
have OBS on any of my screens. I had radar on
Port
one
Arthur.
screen. I had
Right now, tornado is.
That's where you
over
plug
enough
your
near
phone
Blind
in
Lake,
and you
near Blind Lake. It's not quite at
watch
Blind
your
Lake just
stream
yet.
on mute.
And if
yeah,
it
I
makes
didn't
it to
think
Port
about
Arthur,
that. My
it
phone
continues on the
doesn't like me
trajectory that it's been
sometimes.
going.
I also don't have anywhere really to
Is that
put that.
It will
that Mississippi tornado? Is that heading for
go
Jackson?
into Port Arthur
down
on the
line?
side.
I so thought you were about to say Mississippi.
Chevron
I mean,
Phillips chemical
very
plant
broadly,
is.
yes.
Oh, okay. No, because I
My
saw
goodness.
someone.
Guys,
in the chat,
Port
like,
Arthur,
right
this is
Jackson
just
Metro,
what is
like,
this
that's
is
like
Yeah,
a
it's
oil
strengthening
town,
again.
right? Like this is. There's a lot of.
Which
I
one?
see
The one that was near
Valero,
Houston? The two-hour landing
Chevron.
cell? Or
Yeah, that thing has a brewer
Valvoline.
right now.
I
I'm
see
pretty
Diamond Green. I see.
Yes, does have bound chemical
There's
reasons.
just a lot of down here by the Alligator Bayou, a ton of oil refineries and reserves.
By the way, guys,
in the direct
if you-
path
I mean, if this
of a
continues, they
potentially
should absolutely
very,
tornado
very
it for Arthur.
large
They should have
tornado.
tornaded it like.
And then beyond that,
Like an
some of the
hour
more
ago?
residential
It
places
should
that
have been
could be
PDS in the
hit
first
by
place
this storm
after it
that are in
left
the
the
path
river or left the ocean.
include like Welford Avenue. All right. If you know
Just
the
got a
West Side
report in the
C-store
gen,
is,
just got a
that's
report in the gen chat
around the part of the town where the
reports
tornado
of
would
injuries
likely
and
enter
damage
first.
in the Mississippi tornado.
All right, we're gonna have a. I think we're gonna have a tornado emergency issued here soon. There's no way they don't. It's strengthening again.
Buddy,
There's no
watch
way
them-
they're this stupid.
So once again,
No,
we got
they're
a
gonna
big
wait
time
till the
tornado
last
coming into
moment
the
just
Port
I mean, because
Arthur,
this,
Texas
I mean, the
area.
path of this
PDS
right
tornado
now would
warning
be what,
is in
just
effect
south
right
of it?
now for the next
Maybe
10
think?
minutes for Jefferson
you
County,
can't
Texas.
trust that
and
because this thing can
within
wobble
the next 5
very.
minutes, I'm
Oh
certain we will
wow!
see
That's making
a
that's
new
very big.
warning
Yeah, Mississippi, that's
issued,
Mississippi tornado
and
is
we'll
very
just see
big.
what
Who has a
the
wedge?
severity of that is,
Connor Croft
or
here.
what
I'm about to pull up the
the
Holy
level of
Con-
that is, I guess.
Holy photogenic tornado.
All right, this was a screenshot from Connor Croft's stream.
If you can try, like get rid of the headline so we can actually see it
Oh wow!
on your stream.
Whose
Yeah,
screen
if you're
has
just now
a
tuning in,
screenshot up?
we currently have 4 tornado warnings. They're
Oh,
all
yeah.
producing tornadoes.
Giant wedge
all
on
of these
his
are on the
screen.
ground.
It
Let's
literally
go
looks
back
like
to
it's
our
just
Vernon
the
I
Lee
got
sky.
right. Hey,
and check
you
in
want
That's
on
how
my
this
big
stream?
it
I
is.
got it live right now on my stream.
There is a storm chaser on this one, Brian Emfinger. But right now,
Apparently, max velocity stream is wild right
there's
now.
not a lot to tell from radar on this one, to be honest. It's
Why
just
wouldn't it be?
there's a
does
large
that mean?
area that could
Dude,
be producing tornadoes.
I have no idea what
Connor
that
has
means.
quite the
tornadoes
view.
moving over towards
The camera
Cora
system
and
that he's
Fullerton
got, I
in
know the
Louisiana
guy
take
that
shelter now.
made that. It's
More
like, he's done
traditional
so much
looking
work on it,
tornado
it's insane.
up here near
Bro, his camera
Winsboro.
system, I would
This is
love to
where
use his camera
Nathan Moore,
system.
Storm Chaser IRL, is. If you see
Yeah,
him
it's made by one guy.
down there, that's what he's looking at. We might need a refresh on our program back there, or we might have too many
what
cameras
is
pulled
this
up or
doing?
something. I'm noticing everything's a little
I was in his
Oh.
Discord
everything's a little
V0
choppy.
just like
But
screaming at each
if
other.
Yeah,
you see him, that's
honestly,
where he
I'm not
is
sure
on this storm right now.
if
We
I
got a
like the
potential
pink
tornado coming
theme
through
he has going
Winsboro.
on with
Take
this
shelter
warning.
now. Additionally, we
You're
still
really
have
quiet.
our
I can't hear you.
PDS tornado warning in Mississippi.
Who, me?
This tornado is now
Yeah,
crossing
you-
over
yeah,
Highway
whoever was
84.
just talking a second ago.
It's going through
Okay.
Lucian and,
But I'm
and
not
McCall
sure how I
Creek right
like
now.
his
It's going to
the
continue to
pink
go
theme
up towards
he's got
Williams
going
and
for
Shucktown.
his stream.
Just don't
shelter
enter
for
weather
the
lobby
PDS.
right
We've
now.
been hollering, hooting and hollering about these locations
I
for
agree.
if you wanna-
He's
hours
getting some
now,
new
it feels like.
overlays
So
soon,
hopefully
but
everybody
I'm not
knows.
a big fan. Oh my gosh,
Hopefully
you're all watching
nobody's in the
Max's
dark
stream?
and everybody is aware of
No,
what's going
I'm
on.
not.
Something that just got
All I
lifted,
can do
like-
at this point is just
like
keep calling out the
debris that
locations
just
and
got
hope that
lifted
people are
off
listening.
of some structure.
Yeah, I see some stuff flying around.
Yeah, this one's big. This
I don't
one's
know.
bad. Lots of
Connor's
people
got a
over here
great-
on
a
Highway
great view of
84
this
in Mississippi.
debris.
Hey,
flying.
Mason and Joe are both saying the PDS in Texas could definitely go 4E in the next.
How on earth isn't this
Well, it
Texas
should go
one
Tory
already
if it's
yet?
going towards Port
I mean,
Arthur,
look at
so-
this. Look, it is literal. Hang on.
Yeah, this
They're
is a
gonna-
massive
breaking the
tornado
radar.
that just
That's
crossed
how
over
strong it
Highway
is.
84 here.
They're gonna wait till last second because yeah.
Moving up towards Lloydstar, I'm
That's
really
stupid.
surprised that we haven't seen new warnings yet. We need new warnings.
Someone just in Wild Lobby
Lloydstar,
said,
Caseyville,
"Damn, I want to
Midway,
live where
new
Brent
site.
lives.
You
I
guys,
see him
I mean,
passing
go
a
ahead and take
gas
shelter.
station.
Let's not wait on the warning. It's coming.
$2.50 gas
but
price.
take shelter up there in Lloydstar in Mississippi. This giant
Like
tornado
right
is coming
now,
out for you.
I mean, they might wait till last second, like someone tells me who it was. But
Same thing
yeah,
back here
they
in
should
Texas.
do
Let's
it.
go check out this.
It's- You're
It's
NW.
getting very close
Getting
now.
closer to Port Arthur every minute.
And Ninja, that
Still
is
no
wild.
warning for West Port Arthur.
It's
We're
true.
minutes
You
away
mean
now.
Ryan says still no
from
warning?
this coming into town.
So they're going towards West Port Arthur.
So once again, if you're
Next-
watching this
Port Arthur
stream
isn't
right
even
now, your goal
in
is to
the
be
warning
extra
right
weather
now. I just
aware,
realized that.
extra prepared.
They're technically not
Get
in
your
the
shelter
warning.
now. Let's
Hey,
not
Ryan
wait
just
on the
pointed
warning.
that out.
It's coming. I promise.
Oh, I was not even paying attention to
Look at
you.
this guy's comment. It look.
PDS now.
attention.
New PDS just got issued.
That's for the one
Oh my
in.
gosh.
A new
There it
Your
is.
PDS
Minnesota
tornado
one,
warning
right?
All right, we
has
got
been
another.
issued.
We got a
Minnesota.
PDS tornado warning.
A new
Yeah,
PDS
Minnesota
tornado
is
warning
getting
has been
tornado
issued.
warning
Ohio
tornadoes
counties in
today,
Mississippi.
guys.
Dude, Brandon.
So they
Brandon Crawford's
have
stream, he had
expanded our
damage on
warning
it.
now
There were-
to include
Apparently,
the
Connor
places
Croft
that I was
is
just
being
talking
stupid.
about:
It
Lloydstar,
was real
Midway,
hard to
New
watch.
Site. This
is
also
Connor
includes
Croft doing?
Beauregard, Mississippi, and Hazelhurst.
Who knows? It's Connor Croft.
So some
We
higher
also got
population
Fair
the
areas.
debris
Let's get
bone now
everybody
again on that
underground.
Mississippi one.
A
We're
damaging
about to have like
tornado is on the ground
a
right now.
1 minute slow mo in weather lobby.
What does PDS mean? It
Next
means it's a
cities
particularly
in the gun for
dangerous
Mississippi
situation.
one,
It's a It's a level
Weston's in the warning.
above
Hazelhurst's in
a
the
regular
warning as
tornado
well.
warning.
Looks like it might cross
All right,
I-55 at some
they
point.
only issue that whenever we know that there's a
Wait,
giant,
wasn't Hazelhurst hit
life-threatening
last
tornado on the
year or
ground.
the year before by a tornado?
Hazelhurst hit.
Yeah, so in Lincoln and Copiah counties in Mississippi, we are in a life-threatening situation.
Someone just said,
This
"Do
is one of the
not
more
do what
dangerous
Connor Cross
situations
is
you will
doing
have
right
ever
now."
found yourself in if you live out
Okay,
here.
so Lake Charles is
It
being
doesn't
able to
get much
track
worse than this. We've got a large, dangerous
slightly
tornado
south of,
confirmed on the ground, moving
Port
northeast at
Arthur.
40 miles per hour.
I think
It's
the
located
issue
near McCall
the
Creek.
issue is why
This
we
is a
need we need
particularly dangerous situation.
the Torrey
We got
is
Caseyville,
someone
Vaughn,
just mentioned
and
there are
Lloyd Star
4
getting hit
oil
within the next
tankers
5
in
to 10 minutes.
in Port
We've got
Arthur right now.
Wesson around 355, Hazelhurst
What's
around
Connor
410.
doing? Is he like riding up the side of it or
Impacts include flying debris.
No, he's probably
mobile homes are going to be
pulling
destroyed.
a Reed
Major
Timmer.
homes
He's
to
been
damage
hanging
and
out with Reed
building
Timmer
is
too much again.
unlikely. Complete
He's gonna make
destruction
money.
is possible.
Crew, isn't he? Like,
Get to the
he's
lowest
like
floor
one
of your
team
home
dominator.
or building, interior room,
There it is,
basement is
Tori.
the best
They
option.
Tori'd it.
Stay away from the windows.
Finally.
If you're in a mobile home,
Apparently,
get out.
people are saying it's
Immediately
people
get
are
to
saying
a
Tori.
more substantial.
People are saying it. Hold
Being
on,
in a
let me take a
mobile
look.
home
I ain't
during a
seen
tornado like this is
Look at
almost
my
Me
worse
neither.
than being
I'm not
outside.
getting it either on-
Just man to
Sounds
press the button.
crazy,
You may have to
but
press
it's
the
true.
button if it
You're
is.
just gonna get
Well, I get it.
Dude, I have
I'm
my-
so
I have my
confused. I
mouse
don't
on
see
it.
a
You
Tory
seen that?
anywhere. Why are people
Rolling
said
box.
there is a Tory and there's no
So
Tory?
try to
and
get
even
you
me.
a more
I had that
substantial
mouse on it,
shelter
dude. I was about to.
as quickly as possible. Especially,
I'm not seeing
we've
a
got
Tory
pretty good
emergency.
amount
What
of
the
time,
heck?
right?
The
If
news.
you're in Hazelhurst right now, it could be an hour.
Who was the first who
before
said
the
it? Whoever
storm
was
really
the
Yeah,
first
did
who
we
said
get
it?
did someone get
assume
trolled by
that
the
it's going to be
news?
within the next 20 minutes, just to add some urgency here.
Anthony, you
But
know I'm gonna.
it could
actually-
take
Yeah,
up
I'm
to an
gonna- I'm
hour
gonna
for this to
check
get all the way
IN.
up there. So
Come
get
on,
to a
guys. We
substantial
can't
shelter.
expect the National Weather Service to be that responsible.
Areas that are
Well,
warned here
Houston's a
include
bitch
northwestern
anyway.
Lincoln
The
County.
news said apparently the
southern
news said
Copiah
tornado
County, and the warnings
emergency.
would go until
And no,
4:45.
that what? There's a
Serious
PDS.
evidence, folks.
What are
There's
they
a
talking about?
PDS
Hold on,
now
let's
in
take action.
Louisiana.
Save your life.
There
It
are
is
new
so many
PDS
things.
you're
tornado
right.
warning
Polygon,
has
look
been
at
In
this.
one of these tornadoes
What
today,
the hell?
you're not
What
going
on
to
earth
A new
is this?
PDS tornado warning
Oh,
has
wait,
been
no,
issued.
You
that's
have to
the-
try.
That's the
Because
that's
it's
the lake.
encircling the lake. That tornado
All right, here
warning.
we go.
I think they literally
New
cannot
PDS,
have
play.
the
yeah, new
official,
PDS.
PDS tornado
I think
warning
they-
now
That-
for
that
Port
tornado
Arthur.
warning
Does
is
include Port
art.
Arthur. If you were
That
waiting,
tornado looks so
This
beautiful.
PDS
on the
includes
official
Port
warning from the
Arthur. This
National Weather
includes
Service,
Port
there
Arthur,
is.
folks.
Now
Some
run.
abstract
Don't
art
walk.
So
Polygon.
they
Shelter.
do not. So they do not decide
He
to
is
Tory.
saying-
Ooh, Freddy
Run,
with the
do
good
not
drone
walk.
shot.
Large
Holy.
debris signature now
Freddie
visible in
is
correlation
absolutely
coefficient
cooking
as the
right
storm
now.
gets closer to
This
structure.
So-
is so wonky.
Wait, what is this polygon?
We're
Wait, what
starting
the
to
hell
see
is that
things,
polygon?
lift up into
It's
the
going around the
sky.
lake.
Some of the places included in this one include West Port Arthur, obviously, Lakeview, all the way down there towards places like the lower Natchez Wildlife area. This is a live view right now. Is this live? Is that on his drone right now? Or is that a video recording? Do we know?
Tornado on my screen.
Okay, yeah, this is a live
tornado.
view right now of the Mississippi tornado.
Yeah, that's from Freddy's. Yeah, from Freddy
McKinney
has.
he's got his
Wow.
drone up in the air, and this is what the tornado looks like right now.
Freddie got the drone
in
shot.
Lincoln
Beautiful.
County, Mississippi. So this
Freddie.
is the
Beautiful
PDS
tornado.
warning that
Freddie-
we've got
what
right
is
now
with Freddie cooking?
in Lincoln
Absolutely
and Copiah
cooking.
counties in Mississippi.
That is
This
a beautiful
live
tornado.
I mean,
video
when
of
you
what it looks
have
like right
the
now,
Lansing
as it's a
McKinney
massive
where,
tornado still
there
chugging
was
away on
the
its way up towards
101,105
Lloyd Star
heat index.
So he can't see it from the ground where he is, but he's got a drone
know?
up in the
Hey,
air, and you
Anthony.
can see it very clearly. That's
Was,
a big one.
What would you think about being part of my stream team?
Once again, giant tree-eating tornado getting
He's
ready to
asking
come
me
into
this.
Lloyd
The
Star,
dream
Mississippi
team's
right now.
running. Oh my gosh! Look at
Who's
Freddy's
asking
stream.
me this?
Look at Freddy's stream. He's
Me,
got
Jefferson.
a tornado on the ground.
Let me.
That's a big one, too. That's beautiful.
I personally, I work
Information on
alone
this as
and with
well.
Levi. So whenever
yeah,
I
so
work alone
the
and with
reason it looks
some
like
kid
this is
named
because he
some
can't
kid
port
named
in
Levi.
his drone
'cause-
directly to our live feed, so he's just got the
Well,
drone
no,
up
for the
and
fact
capturing with
that
his
I
camera
was
the
live today
live
during
feed
this
from
event
the drone on the little
for
device
most of
there.
today's event. I would have been
All right,
I
so
would have
some
been
places
hanging
that
out
are
with
about to
Levi in the
get hit by
Discord
this
call.
thing include the Lloyd Star Attendance
Has
Center.
such good.
I mean,
has
even
such a good,
before things went,
view of
you
this
know,
on
even
the
things,
All right,
even
if
before
you know where
things
Big Ron's Barbecue
You
is,
already
or the
knew I was
Lloyd
gonna go
Star
live.
Attendance
That was
Center.
too
That's about where the
obvious. Like,
tornado
I
is,
even
or
mentioned it
where it's on the
last
way to right now.
I just went live on accident.
So get to shelter
I
right
Just
now.
now?
It's quite rural.
No,
this
not
area.
just now. I
It's gonna
had
cross
to go
Highway
off live
550,
because
and it's going to
and
go
I
up
just
towards
said I'm
Midway
too tired for this.
and
It's
Browns,
about the storm is about
Wells.
to leave.
This might at some
Texas, and that's
point
probably the
interact
last
with
storm in Texas
Interstate
for today.
55, especially when it gets closer to
Someone
West
just
Center.
Also, I'm hearing
And remember,
I'm hearing
Hazelhurst,
reports that
Hazelhurst,
apparently
Mississippi
SPC wanted
is
to go
under this
high,
tornado
but
warning. We need you guys
WFOs
to get
wanted
to
to keep
shelter
it
now.
on.
did.
Yeah,
go
they
back
wanted to go
They
high.
were
to
thinking
Texas.
about it. Someone just said in Freddie McKinney's stream the
where
NWO
we
should
have
fund some kind of
a
system for
PDS
official
tornado
storm
warning. My
spotters to
goodness,
have drones.
we got so many.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
What?
warnings.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
We've got a PDS tornado warning.
I will take
As
that.
a
But
because
There's really not no
then
need
that
for a
would-
system.
this
You
would
just
be
get a
absolutely
drone
insane
license
looking
from
on
the
the
FAA,
road.
and you're
Good.
good.
Once again, I'm hoping
Anyone still
the
think that
biggest
Floyd-
part of this
Need a drone
rotation goes
Severe
south of town.
thunderstorm.
Like, right here it is.
Severe thunderstorm
It's
warning
kind of
from
going in
Liberty,
this direction.
Texas.
We
Anyone
can't
still think
go
Portland is
based off of
Detroit?
hope, though. Even if we're in the far northern,
think they are
I mean,
extent of the
you
downtown
do need a
Denver
drone
area,
license from the
Groves,
FAA if you
Lakeview,
want to go
and
above a certain
our,
height.
Our
but-
Treco.
I have a
we need you guys to take shelter, get underground. This thing is very large, first of all, and also it can change directions. It's not
New
gonna stay in
tornado,
one
new
free
tornado
line the
warning.
whole time.
I mean, as I said, it's not about needing
the
a
next
license for the
places that
drone
will be
itself, but just
impacted,
to
or
exceed
I
a
should say
height
the
limit.
first places in
Like,
civilization
I have a
here,
practice drone
that will
I'm
likely
hoping
be
to,
impacted by this
when I
storm
do storm
include
chase,
Big Hill Bayou
do
Wildlife
have a
Management
drone.
Area and the Riverfront Park.
and do
If you
all
know
that
where
stuff.
the Riverfront
I
Park
have a
is,
practice
you
drone
know
that I'm
exactly
just learning how to fly.
where the tornado
It's like a one I got
is
at
about to
Walmart
hit.
for like 50 bucks.
Right down there near the GT Gulfway,
and it
the
weighs less
Chevron
than the
Phillips
required.
Chemical Plant.
A new
The
tornado
Chevron
warning.
plant is
Thing
probably going to
before
take a direct
FIA
hit here
or FIA.
on the Pleasure
What is the
Island,
FIA?
A new
is
tornado
for?
warning has been
dock,
issued.
and the Taylor
The
Bayou dock.
FIA, I'll say
Texaco's down there
FIA
as well.
is
That's the exact
is like
area where this
Formula
tornado
One
is
and,
about
like,
to go,
different
right on the
motorsports.
Texas
we got a
Louisiana
considerable severe
border.
thunderstorm
Then
warning in
we've got to be
Louisiana.
concerned about places like Pleasure
Yeah, I saw
Island
that.
RV Park
So
and the
the
Lakefront Pier
the program
C,
that I'm using
and all
brought
of
to
those
you
houses
by
on the other side of the river.
great
there.
friend of mine.
Go ahead. Was that
The program I'm
that
using
was-
for all
was
my
that you, Elijah?
warnings, it goes off of
was that-
WFOs. It
okay,
doesn't go
all right.
off by state.
So yeah, take shelter in
Sucks when
Jefferson,
you
Orange,
are-
and
you
Cameron.
go live for
in
Texas
Louisiana.
and
What was that,
Oklahoma.
Chandra?
And Texas's WFOs are more confusing than
Okay.
anything.
All right, lots of stuff.
These
going on.
PDFs are really close. Way too many.
I mean, there's
What
literally
is
El
this?
Paso's
This
is literally 2 counties in Texas.
We've got an intermittent feed.
That's all
from
it is.
Jason.
What?
Not sure
Then
what
the
we're
El
seeing.
Paso
Why?
literally
This is
has
the
2
storm
counties in Texas,
that
and then
is
the
coming
rest
into
are in
Port
New
Arthur.
Mexico.
Why?
We can't really
That's
see
like,
what is
anything
the
from what I can tell.
What the point of that?
So I'm going to keep that up on the.
Like, at
then,
that point,
like-
just make it part of a
And,
New
just-
Mexico.
Just know it's out there. You're
WFO
not
or
going to be able to
something.
see it. It's likely
And then,
rain wrapped, but it's a giant tornado getting ready to come in. to
Lake
the southern
Charles
side of
literally
Port Arthur.
controls like 6
Take
counties in
shelter
Texas.
now.
Just put it part of
Back
Houston,
to our
please.
Mississippi storm. We've
And
got a
another like
PBS
4
tornado
or
warning up
5
here
are
as
in
well.
Shreveports.
And we've
Shreveport,
actually
and
got,
then
you know,
Oklahoma, it's okay
recently
because
we
I
had a
forecast for
live view
both.
of
But
the,
if I
the tornado on the
didn't,
ground. I don't know if we've still got
It would be a
that.
Oklahoma is
pain
part
that
of
They're
it.
still showing
like
it or not.
three,
Yeah, there you go.
3 to
This is a
6 of
live
them
look
are
from Freddie McKinney,
in
who
Norman's.
is showing us this storm. This is coming up into
It's-
Lloyd.
it's only
Star
3,
right now.
right?
Big
It's
time
only
tornado.
I think it's only like 3 or 6. Yeah.
coming into
Norman.
Lloyd Star.
By
Take
the
shelter.
way,
This
guys,
is going to go
and
towards
my
Beauregard.
slab is cooking.
Massive wedge in Mississippi.
Yeah, our
Freddie McKinney is
our
getting
big
it
storm down in
again.
Texas, the tornado
McKinney
is
is
getting
just
close
cooked.
to being out of the polygon. We might get another PDS tornado warning
The
just to
Port
correct
Arthur storm
the
has
directionality of it a little bit. Mississippi tornado has
but it also
20,000
looks like it's going to
Yeah,
hit.
there's a big-
Oh my
So
God,
That tornado
it's
you see
big.
right there is lifting debris
Dude,
20,000
Oh
feet
my
in the air right
gosh.
The Mississippi one
And once again,
is
this is coming up towards
20,000
Beauregard
feet
and
on
Wesson
debris.
in
20,000 feet.
Mississippi.
By
This
the
is going
way,
to cross
per
over
These
Lloyd
reactions
Star. It'll
are
cross over
just
highway or
mind-blowing, I
Interstate
swear to
55,
God.
likely near New Site.
By the
It looks
way,
like the good thing with the Texas storm is that Port Arthur looks like it did not hit the middle of it. So,
by the way, her the Weather Service chat for
The debris
Jackson,
signature
Mississippi
is telling.
media from
Once again, this giant
Nickel Block
tornado, which
forecasting.
it's hard to tell because it's behind the trees a little bit, but I promise you that's what it is.
oh
This
my God,
giant
that's
wedge
nearby
tornado is
me.
lifting
Yeah, I heard that too.
debris, pieces of trees and stuff.
I'm right near
20,000
that.
feet in the air.
Port Arthur just went down. What does that mean? Oh, Port Arthur Cam just went
Let's
down.
go back to Texas.
Well, that ain't good.
Mason just gave me a heart attack because
Port
all he
Arthur.
said was
You're under a
forgot to put
tornado
the
warning once
cam
again.
part. All he said was
you're under a
Port
PDS
Arthur
tornado
just
warning.
went
We want
down.
everybody in that town
Oh my god.
to be underground.
Oh yeah, so all of Port
however,
Arthur just exploded in 2 seconds. That
guess
sounds
is that the tornado is
on
actually
brand for
about right here,
2024.
which is good. I think there's a good chance that this
Also,
is
isn't
down
that-
Port Arthur just to the south. We
year
don't
of
want it-
chaos.
That could
for
not be
weather.
the case, right? We
Technically,
don't wanna
technically, we just
come out
got
of
a
our safe spots.
mesogamma, but at the same time,
But
it's
let's
not a
hope that it goes just to the
mesogamma.
south.
That
It's
makes
still
sense.
probably going to cause some damage down there
Like
near
it
the Chevron
focuses,
plant.
one part of it focuses on
but
one
yeah, look,
cell, but
it's
then
really
it
close
also
to
mentions
the
the
edge
whole
of the polygon
swatch.
here. We might see
The
a
whole
new
swatch.
polygon issue.
You know what sucks?
Like this.
My mom's family is having this.
But yeah, Port Arthur.
God damn it! I
stay
accidentally
sheltered.
muted myself. Anyway,
At least for the
it's,
next 20 to 40 minutes.
we're having this event at a different house, and it's gonna be at 6:30, which is when
And
the
now
worst
I'm
of
becoming
this
increasingly concerned about our
Ninja
friends
is
in
scheduled to take
Beauregard
place.
and Wesson in Mississippi.
I'm gonna miss the peak.
Ninja.
What?
When you said like the problem with this or something like that, I was so close. I was to like interrupt you and go, your mom.
Also, I want to show
You're saying that 'cause I
some of the
accidentally
other
muted
ones that
myself
are
after I
currently
said
in
my
effect right now.
mom's,
We've got a lot
right?
going on.
No.
That's why the
No, you said
weather intensity
so
score
like
right now is
at like 6.
so
You mentioned
high,
having to leave
401.
and stuff, and
We
I
got
go,
another
it
confirmed
was like the
tornado
reason,
warning
and I
over
go,
here in
your
Vernon,
mom, and
Paris,
then you
Louisiana.
said your mom, and I
look
was
at
like,
this. You see that right there? That's likely an ongoing
backed up.
tornado right now. Look
I'm
at
getting
that.
secondhand embarrassment from this conversation.
This
trying
is
to explain
a
that.
smaller tornado, but still very dangerous. Just to the north of Fullerton.
There's still very broad rotation on
So
that Port
this
Arthur
is
storm.
an extremely dangerous
I'm about to be
situation.
under a PDS.
Take
I am
shelter
not even
now if
kidding.
you haven't
It's
yet
getting
down
really
here near
close.
Fullerton and Lookout Road.
Yeah, you shouldn't
in
do that.
Vernon
It's
Parish
not
in
safe for
Louisiana.
you to
This
do
is,
that.
It's not
very
healthy.
dangerous. That little hook there
It might hurt a little bit.
tells me we've got a tornado either about to happen or
Look how
currently happening.
unserious we are right
Walk it
now.
off.
Just keep better.
Let's check out
Just
this
get
other
better,
warning.
buddy.
We've got another one down here in St. Helena and East Feliciana Parish in
Okay, that's
Louisiana.
nowhere near me. Okay, never mind.
Slightly less rotation with this one,
Well,
but it
you-
could ramp
you
up
really-
pretty quickly
you
as it goes
thought
up
that
towards
the
Hatcherville and Coleman Town and Chipola,
Mississippi one was
Louisiana.
close to you?
Stay sheltered
Yeah,
if you're
I-
over there. Another
yeah.
tornado warning for Franklin and Madison
And then
Parish in
and I went on it
Louisiana.
on my
That's gonna
stream
go on
and
for
you
the next
realized
8
it wasn't
minutes.
close at all.
Stay sheltered. All right, back down here to Port Arthur. Yeah, tornado's still right down in here. Likely crossing now near La Pesca, near the Chevron plant, near Sabine Lake Lodge. If you know where Water Humphrey Park is, that's about where the tornado is crossing right now. It could potentially hit the Sabine Pass LNG area,
I'm
and then
surprised
go on
I'm
over
awake
towards
right
the
now.
Deep Bayou Landing.
Sorry.
Once again, once this gets past Port Arthur, once it
I
gets
have
out over
been-
here, there's more nothing.
I've been awake
Okay?
since like 4.
So the Sabine National Wildlife Refuge provides us.
I'll say
with,
Ninja, when we were
honestly, a
awake
couple
this
hours,
morning, I did not
of-
go
of
back to
just nothing.
sleep.
So hopefully, the
I'm
downtown
running
Port
on like
Arthur
4
area
hours of
gets
sleep, a
spared
monster,
here,
and a
and then we don't have to worry about that. But in
I don't
the
have
meantime, we
caffeine
still
at my
want everybody
disposal,
sheltered.
so I went to sleep
It's
and I
been
didn't
a
wake up till
crazy
1.
supercell.
Yo, same. I'm running off like
Fair.
4.5 hours of sleep right now.
I'm running off
I
4 hours.
went to bed at like 8. Woke
Go ahead,
up at
Elijah.
like 2.
Hey Ryan, I have a
Didn't go
y'all
back to sleep.
watch from
Drank a
Andy.
monster and had a honey bun for breakfast.
Going forward,
By the
each
way,
time for
Kermit,
the
did you
Port
see my
Arthur
dark mode
storm
banner?
Is Hackberry
Yes, I
and
remember you were creating
Kalusha,
it this morning.
Towards
Yeah.
Jennings, Louisiana area.
I think it was pretty cool.
That's still far in
Yeah.
the future, but we've seen this storm stay on
was-
the ground for a
think it was
long
pretty
time.
awesome.
We
By the
gave
way,
Port Arthur an
they
advance
are
over an hour ago. This
yapping
storm has produced tornadoes for the last
in
3 hours, roughly.
Analyst Lab right now.
So, that's
They
your
are
y'all watch
yapping
from
in
the
Analyst Lab like big time.
Thank you so much, Elijah.
Analyst
Meteorologist
Lab.
Andy Hill is still
Also,
helping out, even though he's it's
next in
Christmas,
line
he's
for
on
the
his way
storm
home.
is
He's at an airport. He might
Jennings.
be on a plane. I don't even know
Jennings,
exactly where he is, but he couldn't be on at his normal battle station today. But he's still able
Yes,
to call out some of these beforehand.
Jennings.
So yeah, that's what's happening here.
Louisiana.
We've got currently
And,
5
you know the-
tornado warnings. Two of those
You know,
are
the fun part with
PDS,
this-
particularly dangerous
isn't-
situations.
Ninja,
We got
correct me if I'm wrong,
on
'cause
top
you
of that, the
probably know
one in
this.
Vernon Parish,
Isn't
Louisiana. That's a
Mason
confirmed tornado on the ground.
situated in-
Here's a live look at Freddie. This is the
Louisiana.
PDS tornado
Isn't
warning
Lake
in Lincoln and
Charles.
Copiah counties
Isn't he
in
in
Mississippi.
the Jennings?
We got a live look at that tornado still in progress
Jennings.
as it goes up towards
I'm just
Weston
gonna
and
go.
Interstate
I'm just
55.
gonna go home. JD just showed up actually, so no, I'm not leaving.
Okay, Andy is at the airport and his flight got delayed.
Who?
JD's my goat.
JD Vance? Huh?
No.
No,
Dixie Plains, JD Joshua Evans.
Discussion.
Hey, we're on these cells in northeast Louisiana near Delhi.
Crazy.
We're currently north of Tallulah,
intense long
kind of in between there and
tornado,
Lake Providence,
potential
watching over
continues
some
all the way
fields.
out
It
there
should cross
towards
in front of
Cameron.
us within the next 20.
Copy that.
Sweet.
Are you like going for the?
I will say this
Yeah.
thing has some really nice inflow going
visual
into it.
scale
We
discussions
got
for,
to see a pretty good
and,
inflow tail
we
earlier.
pretty much got that.
Cheer also in this
right
region
here.
is starting to sharply increase. So I expect a tornado threat with these to not only continue, but increase as long as they can not get into the line. As long as they can remain in front of the line like they have been, tornado threat will increase.
In Vernon parishes in
Where are you
Louisiana.
at right
Let's
now
check
again?
that out.
We are currently north of Tallulah.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
Is that south? What part of Louisiana would that be?
Louisiana.
All right, so this includes a large area.
Yeah, what part
to
of
the south
Louisiana?
and
It's,
west of Alexandria.
Southwest Mississippi,
This
northeast
includes
Louisiana
Woodworth,
border.
Forest Hill,
It's just
Glenmora,
west of
Lecompte.
Vicksburg.
Okay, so
Am I
you're in
saying that
Hammond's.
And this
radar
also includes
coverage.
some airports like the Vaughn Landing Strip. This includes the Mercy Behavioral Hospital. Take shelter now. It's going to go for the next 31 minutes.
Will from Tornado TRX. Massive tornado still on the ground. Incredibly loud roar near
I'm getting
Brookhaven.
tornado word from.
has been issued.
We're hearing that the
Mississippi-
fire department it has eyes on the storm in Port Arthur.
A
the
new
tornado
tornado
warning
Mississippi.
has been
is
issued.
still on the ground.
Had
It is now likely
I'm still confused.
in the
I have
vicinity
no idea.
of those oil
tornado warnings
businesses that we
in,
were talking about earlier.
Northern Louisiana.
Also,
Let's see.
apparently big.
Let me look it up here.
Apparently, we had a pretty big QCLS.
Purple velocity
Huge shout
on the
out
Port
to
Arthur storm.
Your voice mod is
Mucito.
on.
Thank you so much.
Did you accidentally leave that
All right,
on?
so here's the latest on that PDS tornado warning. I'm going to go.
Was that
I'm gonna go
Luke?
back into it here.
No, I don't Jefferson.
Jefferson, that's amazing.
Okay, yeah,
You should do that for like an. There was an April Fool's
The
Day.
big rotating part of the storm
If there was an
has
April
passed the
Fool's
river
Day,
now.
you should just
And
a
it's
severe
now
weather
to
one,
the south of
weather
Port
event.
Arthur from everything that I can tell.
If there was
It's,
an April
it's
Fool's
past
Day,
Sabine Lake, and it's
Is
now
that better?
near the Sabine
severe
Pass
thunderstorm
LNG
threat, yes.
over
We
Highway
should definitely just do that the whole
82
time.
heading towards the Deep Bayou Landing. So
Okay, yeah.
as long as the storm
So he's on the
continues to
Delhi,
go this way,
northeastern Louisiana.
once again, it's going to be several
Also,
hours.
for anyone
in my
wondering,
opinion,
so it
before
did
there's anything
miss
else
North
that
the
can
main
of
part
happen.
Tallulah, so like right around here.
So that's good news.
Arthur
If
did
you're in
get
Port Arthur,
spared, I'm
stay
pretty sure.
sheltered.
But it also
We
did
will
hit
probably
an
give you
oil
the all clear here in
terminal,
the
so
next
that might
10
be an
to
issue
20
later
minutes. And let's hope that that's
I don't
it.
think it did. I think it hit just south
But the
of
big tornado, which is still on the
Luke,
ground,
I'm sorry. Every
is
time I
now
hear you, I
past
think you're Blue
Sabine
Sky
Lake,
for a minute.
and it's over here on its way to the Five
not
Lakes
a
area.
child.
You sound a lot like Blue Sky, and it's scary.
Who are these
Not like
people
that.
y'all are talking about?
Let's go back
Blue
to
Sky is an
Mississippi.
amazing person sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah,
Only
sometimes.
sometimes.
Only
Big
if
time.
you were,
Sometimes,
yeah. Tornado's
only
still
if
underway
you were in
here
DC
near Midway.
last night when we had that thing.
I was in VC last night. I'm not sure for how long, though.
I was in VC. I woke up at like 2. Went got into
Midway,
VC.
Browns Wells,
and
and
then
Martinsville.
everyone got off
and
around like
Beauregard are all in the
3,
path of
4
this
o'clock,
extremely
and I go,
dangerous storm.
"What's sleep?" I'm staying up for
I
this.
feel like I remember that person from last night. Was it the person that was like, "Y'all need to go to bed" or whatever?
No, that was Bluey. Bluey told us we need to
So
go to
yeah,
bed.
I think that the town of Port Arthur,
she's
might have dodged a bullet. We'll wait and see what kind of damage.
She actually told everyone to
reports
go to
we hear
sleep
from this
except to me.
little
I'm
southern
just
part of
built
West Port
different
Arthur
like
here.
that.
But once again, now I mean, don't get me wrong. This is still an incredibly large.
She told all
and
of us to go to
dangerous
sleep.
tornado.
Everyone who was in VC
But
to go
now
to
it's
bed.
moving over into a very
Well, I went to bed on my own. She didn't make me do shit.
non-populated area.
Hunter, what? Hunter,
It'll
definitely.
take
I'm gonna-
about
I'm
20
gonna
to 30
spam
minutes
that
to go over 5 lakes in the Sabine National Wildlife Refuge. Let's hope that it dies out in that time, because the next places in line
I don't think he helps with the
are
stream.
essentially
If he was helping
Lake
with the
Charles.
stream, I
This
feel
is
like
way
wouldn't he
down
be
this
in?
is way down the road here.
Because I feel like he
but,
would be in the.
you know, there are more places that this
relay
could eventually
BC
get to if it is
with all
allowed
of
to
them.
continue that long.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I would
So
be
if it
in
goes
there.
all the way past Greens Lake, 5 lakes,
I'll
if
say
it goes all the
the
way
relay
past
thing
the
is,
the Hackleberry Hunting Lodge, which is about
thing.
40 minutes from now.
But
the
I
next
got,
thing
I got
you
that
know,
leaked to me by a mod on
it could
accident.
potentially
You know,
go there, the
I
Hackberry,
think, yeah, eventually I might be,
the
though.
Big Lake RV Park. So
Well,
this is
It
another
may be a
early
year or
heads
two,
up
but I
for
might be in there
places
eventually.
near, you know, Hackberry, Grand Lake, and Prairie Land. But
You never
we're
know, they
going to
might
continue to hope
consider
that this
me
one
useful.
weakens before it gets there.
We've got a
I
local
think,
storm report. I don't know why they're coming in like 30 minutes late, but whatever. There was a report of a.
It's gone a long distance so
It says,
far.
From,
So if
from
it
an
continues
emergency manager,
to
remark
go
was lady
like
trapped
that,
in her house
there's no
from
reason to
debris
believe
from a
that it
tornado
won't
moved
eventually
through.
make it
Enough
to
damage to block
Hackleberry
Highway
and
84
Prairie
and
Land.
surrounding roads and streets.
From what I know, Jefferson, the only people
Okay,
who
look,
are really
look at my screen
ever
real quick. What would you say this emotion is?
So we've got about 30 to 45 minutes
Yeah.
to where we can hope that this calms down.
Yeah.
Ray,
Hmm.
if I were to turn this into an emoji, what would the emotion here be?
All right, so this is a live look from Brett Adair.
Dorselessness.
Holy.
Where is he at?
I
Which
think
storm is
this
he on?
I think this is the tornado near Port Arthur. Look at this thing.
Is this the Mississippi storm? Or
Should I be scared? Who added?
okay. Brett's got something
Yeah,
there. We're just trying to get an update on his location here.
I'd keep an eye on the Mississippi storm. It's 100%.
Brett, know you're busy. Whenever you get a chance, though, give us an update. Also on your approximate location.
Probably gonna put down another wedge.
Just so
Okay,
you know, your
Brett's up
tornado
here.
warning counter
I see
is
now.
way off.
Brett's up here in northeast
So
Louisiana.
that only
near
goes
Delhi.
off of
And this is a live look at what's going on up there. There is a tornado
Texas and
warning right now.
Oklahoma.
Radar indicated rotation Madison, Richland, East Carroll, and Franklin
But it
parishes in
also,
Louisiana.
but the reason it does show
are all
like two,
under tornado
even though
warnings.
there's technically only
This
one in
specific
Texas,
area of
is
rotation
because
is
they
going
only
right
it
up
goes
towards
off
Altoona
of
and Delhi.
WFOs. It also
And
shows
it looks
warnings
pretty
of
nasty to me. Through Brett's
Louisiana,
feed.
parts of Louisiana, parts of New Mexico, parts of Arkansas. It's weird. I've just gotten used
Nathan's
to it.
also on that same
I
storm.
also
there.
just realized I've been on Cookie Clicker for a day. Yes, I have no life. Don't question
my
it.
lord.
Why do you
my-
spend that long on
my-
Cookie Clicker?
If you're just now
My
tuning in,
entire
we
stream
are in the
heard
middle of a
that.
tornado outbreak. We currently have 2 PDS tornado
Well, how many
warnings.
people are in your
One giant tornado continues to cause problems
Well, I mean,
in Texas. It
you'd
just
be
went
surprised
past
how many
Port
people
Arthur.
might get a
It's going to
notice of
continue
it.
to go for the next 30 minutes or
Wait,
so.
you're
over
streaming right
very
now while you're in this
rural,
VC?
undeveloped lands.
Yes.
don't
So
think
we've
that's
got a
allowed.
moment
I'm
to
tempted to
breathe a
stream
sigh
on
of relief.
Twitch. I don't
However,
have-
if it
I don't have
continues,
streaming permissions on YouTube, but I
and
might
it
stream on
doesn't
Twitch.
weaken
I'm
or it doesn't
tempted
lift
to.
or
I'm normally
anything,
not in this
it
VC,
will
but,
eventually
you know.
come over here towards
don't think that's
places like
allowed.
Which
Hackberry,
is
Deatonville,
not
and
necessarily
southern,
good for
parts of Lake
weather,
Charles.
I'm not gonna lie.
So unfortunately,
Yeah, I know.
And
but-
I'm
we've
not
got to
on
keep
Twitch.
My
an eye
main-
on that one as it moves into more populated areas.
I'm mainly I'm on Facebook. I live stream on Facebook and YouTube.
I do Facebook a lot, and okay, Brandon Kopic is just passing all of these stopped cars.
Sounds about
Is he
right.
turning? Is he helping? What's happening here?
I know. Reed Timmer post or
right, here's
said
the
something
latest
about his little incident
on the tornado warning down here
the
in
other
Rapide
day.
and Vernon Parish in
What
Louisiana.
did
We got
he
26
say?
minutes left on this one.
He
Evangeline
said-
Parish, all of you guys need
he
to be in your safe
said-
spots.
I don't
Remember,
even
the
remember what he
Mercy
said, but he
Behavioral
mentioned
Hospital
it.
is
He
in the
mentioned
path
it,
here.
and he said he was sorry about it.
Also, tornado warning over here in St.
Ooh,
Helena and
sorry.
East Feliciana Parish in
Sorry,
Louisiana.
I accidentally
25 minutes left on this one as well. Take shelter now. Radar indicated rotation. PDS tornado warning continues for the next 25 minutes. Over here near Port Arthur, the big rotation area has passed Port Arthur and is now going towards Five Lakes and Stars North Canal. And we'll see if it's going to make it way over here.
By the way, the reason Hunter was in here was he was stalking me.
We're hoping that it won't. But if we've
I
learned
added him,
anything
and
today
then he
from this
DM'd
storm,
me.
is it just doesn't want to give up. We've been tracking this one forever. It seems
was
like
seeing
from
if
down
my
here,
overlay
it's
was
went this
working
far.
because he's the one who built who
So
coded.
what's to say it won't
I
go
paid
this
him like
far?
20.
You
I
know
paid
what I
him
mean?
like $20 a month. Let me use it.
So go ahead and start getting ready in places like
Pretty worth it.
Hackberry,
It's pretty
Grand Lake,
worth it.
Moss Lake, and Burton Landing.
I mean, yeah, the app he uses to code it all is $20 a month.
Oh,
And then,
right,
of course,
he's
we
running
also
the
have that
server.
PDS tornado
He's
warning
running.
continuing for our
He runs
friends
the
over
server,
here
and
in
also
Lincoln and
he
Copiah
pays
counties
for
in
the
Mississippi.
server.
Now,
The main reason
this
it's
one
$20
looks a little bit less impressive
is,
now. It looks
the app
the
he uses,
rotation's letting up
Cursor,
just a little
is
bit.
$20
This
a
one
month.
was producing
And he makes everyone pay $20 a
a
month.
pretty large tornado just moments
I know
ago.
he
I don't know if it
has a
still
really-
is. Let's assume that it is, as it's about to cross Interstate 55 here.
I don't feel like
But
coding that.
let's
That
hope
seems
that it's
hard.
not,
I would
and
rather let someone
we'll
else
continue
code
to
it
see the
and then
degradation of the cell
pay
here.
for it.
Another good sign
What
is all
on
of the storm
earth
chasers that
happened
were
to
on
the
it have
velocity here?
abandoned
Look at
and
this.
are now
Go to my
moving down to the
Discord server.
south.
If y'all want to invite, just DM
So
me.
I don't know if this storm won't be a problem
Yeah,
in the
I
future.
gotta be honest,
I think that it's likely cycling,
Jefferson,
and we've got to be on our toes
Later
here
on,
in Crystal Springs and
there
Florence.
is a
Okay.
rule in the server that says you can't be live, and I think it says that. It says something about live streaming and being in a VC at the same time, or something like that.
I think the way it's the one I've seen that is I think I did read it. I was looking at it and
We got
think it
47,000
said
people
something
without
about
power now
the only
in
thing
Texas.
that would allow you to be
About 20,000 in
that
Louisiana.
to be against the rules is if you were asking people to look at your stream, and I didn't really
Yeah, that makes
ask them to
sense.
do. It's their choice if they want to look at my stream or not. You know, and
Just for future reference, because we all
Yeah.
we talk about
Yeah, so
random stuff
some
in
places
here.
like Crystal Springs over
Sometimes.
here in Mississippi need
But,
to
like, I
start
only join if I know
getting ready.
people
We
aren't
might
gonna
see a
talk
new warning
shit or stuff
for
like
you guys
that,
here
you know,
soon.
'cause I
Also,
don't want any of that
Georgetown
on
areas
my
just north of
YouTube
Georgetown
channel,
in
'cause not only
Mississippi.
that it'd make y'all
Go
look
ahead,
bad, it'd
Elijah.
also make me look bad because I would be involved in
Hey
it.
Ryan, so
I mean,
for
I
people,
was
anyone
in
who's
here
hearing of,
earlier
long track
when I was
tornadoes or
having
long
issues
track
where it
storms
kicked me
today,
off of it,
the
and
storm that
immediately
we were
after I
just
got
talking about
off
in Port
because we
Arthur,
were live again. I think the only time
presuming
I've
that it was
actually
on the
been
ground the entire time while it was
live
over the
during
bay, and even to right
and
now
in
where it's
VC
over
at the
water
same
right
time was
now,
during that
it would have pretty much been on the
May
ground
27th
continuously
event,
for 2.5 hours.
and that was because
Now there
that was
is a very
because
brief chance it lifted for a scan or two.
there's so many
but
random
for
stuff
the most
happening
part,
at
it
once.
was
I
on the
needed
ground for
backup,
that long.
and
So when we
I
were
was given
talking
mod
about long
permission to
track
do it
tornadoes,
that
we
one
are
day,
talking about
but I
tornadoes
was told
that
never
may
to do
not
it
lift
again.
for 40, 50 minutes straight.
Well, it says
so you could be
don't
hearing about the same
broadcast
tornado that's been on the
copyrighted
ground an
material
hour
that's
ago even.
Not really. Actually,
Wow.
matter of fact, that might have been we might have
All right,
been
thank
doing
you,
that by
Elijah.
showing storm
Big
chaser
time
feeds,
damaging tornado
Where does
ongoing
it
down
say
here
you can't? Where
in
does it say you
Orange,
can't
but it
broadcast?
Jefferson
also-
counties
also
in
says,
Texas
don't
and
use the voice
Cameron
channels
Parish
for
in Louisiana.
broadcasting your live storm chases. It doesn't really say anything
And
about
also,
like
I mean, we're getting close to over 100
You
miles
yourself
too if it was on
streaming,
the
except
ground
if
for
you're
that
storm chasing.
entire time. So
Ooh,
this is a
JD,
long, very long track
basically they were
tornado.
like, don't use this
And once
as
again,
a
we
form of
hope
social
that it
media.
loses
Like-
steam here because
like,
we've got about
I'm
30
pretty
minutes
sure
of
you can
it
VC
being over.
with people while also being in a stream, because it doesn't say anything about that under the voice channel guidelines.
I'll probably just ask a mod about it because
and not only that, not only that, you know, I think Elijah was in here when I was doing it once. So, and Elijah's my friend, of course. He may not care, but
Yeah, Elijah's that one chill mod that doesn't really mod.
We got Elijah who is good cop and Jared who is bad cop.
Yeah, that about sums it up.
well, Tyler's also good cop and bad cop, so he could be both.
I can't believe this tornado
He's
hasn't
neutral
gone PDS yet. This
Uh,
is so stupid.
Nightshed. No, he hasn't. He was in here earlier stalking me.
Oh, we still got a PDS, huh?
Tyler is neutral cop.
Dude, last
No,
night he was
Tyler's
bad
neutral.
cop.
I'll say Tyler's neutral cop until I do something stupid. Only when I do something stupid, though. That's the rule, though.
That should just tell you don't be stupid and you won't
Don't be stupid around Tyler. That's the rule.
The one thing that the one thing that I believe that Ryan also forgot to put into that rule is I think it also applies to more famous YouTubers. I'm not exactly that type.
I don't think that's how that. I'm sorry to say that, but I don't think it would be a just because you don't have as many subs or followers. I don't think they would just change the whole thing to be.
You know what I think he might actually mean by broadcast copyrighted material?
Showing like it's like streaming anyone else's like streams or videos that they didn't give you permission.
I was actually thinking more so that he was meaning more like sports, movies, TV shows.
They've extended that tornado that PDS tornado emergency into LA, by the way. Our PDS tornado emergency, guys. Yep. No, the PDS got extended into more of Louisiana. Port Arthur is out of the storm.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
So far, I know this isn't peak event. I mean, we barely have entered the moderate area. But so far, this is going. Texas event. Me and Destroyer called the Texas event perfectly.
Well,
we both were in. We were both. I was in a VC with him the other day, and we both were like, it's gonna. They need to added a risk there. They should have added the.
Got a report.
I'm gonna move over to the other VC. If y'all want to invite, just send me a DM.
Okay.
And I'll just go from there.
Cool.
All right, see ya.
Let's see here.
In Richland, East Carroll, and Franklin Parish, Louisiana. Yeah, the little warning pop-ups, that's all warnings that are being issued as they get issued. There's nothing, we don't have it to where we can turn off the winter ones. They're just there for a couple seconds, and it doesn't interrupt it or delay.
Testing, 1, 2, 3.
Like that, so.
You're all good. You're all good.
I know.
You might want to turn down your mic just a little bit, though. I'm fairly loud on YouTube, so let's see here.
Oh, hi. Hi. Oh god, my voice. Oh, I know. It's all on my YouTube notification thing.
Do you know? So we're compiling
Mother
some
of
information.
God.
There is some damage reports coming in. I'm sure Elijah will come in and
Why the hell is my
summarize
camera
things
not
for us soon.
Let me fix something.
I don't know. It probably doesn't like you.
Yeah, whatever. Let's see. What the hell's going on here now?
Should we be concerned in Lake Charles, Louisiana? Yes. Yeah, you're under a PDS tornado watch. You're in the direct line of fire for a storm that has produced several tornadoes today. The good news, I mean, if there is good news, the storm does look like at some point in its life here, it's going to try to become a little bit more outflow dominant. At this point, though, it's still very much a tornado-producing storm, and we have to assume that it's going to continue to be that way. Also, the good news is if you're in downtown Lake Charles, it looks like the rotating part of that storm would likely go a little bit farther to your south. So right now, we're just going to wait for it to make a little bit more distance, move a little bit more before we start talking about, who's going to be the next in line there. Yeah, the PDS tornado warning down there is going to continue for 14 more minutes. And then probably about 5 minutes from now, we'll see a new warning issued. And we'll see what they do with that. Tornado warning continues for 14 minutes in St. Helena and East Feliciana parishes in Louisiana. Says family in Hackberry is in the path. They're sheltered down in one place. Good, have them stay there. Obviously, they're not under a warning yet. We're hoping that the storm dissipates, but it hasn't even come close to yet. Go ahead, Elijah.
Hey, Ryan. So I unfortunately have a death that I need to report. Earlier, about an hour ago, it was confirmed by the mayor of Manville, Texas, that a resident was killed by one of the tornadoes.
All right. Very unfortunate news coming in there from Elijah. Also, imagery here from Bob earlier down there near Caney, Texas. Looks like where these storms are producing fatalities. Unfortunately, kind of they were going to be damaging tornadoes. That's why we the alarms and everything. Proof right now that we're seeing the effects, the pictures of the damage, the pictures of the big tornadoes and stuff. Hopefully now people are taking it seriously. They're getting to their safe spots. They're doing everything they need to do to not be another number that we have to mention at the end of the stream. Because if you're prepared, if you know that it's coming, if you've got a plan in place, if you know your safe spot, your odds of surviving even a worst case scenario go up exponentially. All right. We got a considerable severe thunderstorm warning with a tornado possible. New warning that just came out. Let's go fly to it. This is going to go on for the next 56 minutes. Oakdale, Glenmora, Oberlin, and Pine Prairie in Louisiana. You guys are under this warning. Got a couple minutes left on our PDS warning down here in Louisiana. Wow, it's coming together. Man, it's not gonna stop, is it? Well, to put it into perspective here,
Hello.
here's Lake Charles, here's Hackberry. That's the direction it's going. Man. So we've got to start thinking now in Hackberry about what we're going to do. You know, when that warning comes through, know where to take shelter, know what you're going to do. Make sure you have shoes, helmet, charged phone, tablet, and all that good stuff. This looks even stronger than it did 30 minutes ago. My goodness.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's currently 5:20 Eastern. We've been streaming now for about 6 hours. We're probably about halfway through our coverage here as we are right in the middle of a major tornado outbreak.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
So we're going to be with you for quite some time. Bear
A
with
new
me as my
tornado
voice
warning
is a little
has been issued.
creaky, and you know I have to go over here and cough every once in a while. I'm battling a little bit of a cold, but we'll get through it. New tornado warning just issued. This is for East Carroll, West Carroll, Madison, Montrose, and Richland Parish in Louisiana. Take shelter now. This is going to go on for the next 54 minutes. Couple different areas of rotation in here. Biggest one's going to be north of Delhi right now, moving up towards Ipps and the Bayou Meadows Airport. Rolling Fork, right now, everything seems mostly below severe limits up there. There's a special weather statement for, this part of the storm up here, but so far everything looks A-okay. That far north right now, most of the action is happening in this corridor right here. A little bit farther to the south, right in here. I am concerned about Jackson, Mississippi later, St. Joseph, Natchez, Vicksburg, Brookhaven. Once again, we still got several hours to go of our major tornado outbreak. Wow. Here's some more photos of the unfortunate damage out there near Bude, Mississippi. Once again, guys, just a reminder, you guys, without me really even talking about it, have helped us raise so far today about $1,700 for the Y'all Squad. If you want to help us raise even more, you can go to theyallsquad.org and make a tax-deductible donation to our official 501c3 nonprofit organization called the Y'all Squad. Where we will very likely be going to places like Bude and other places that get hit today by tornadoes, bringing in supplies, writing checks for people who need help, and stuff like that. We've got a lot of resources on our side. Thanks to y'all. We're working on building out a big warehouse in Dallas, Texas right now. We're going to be doing Atlanta, Georgia next. We've got a big warehouse here in Pikeville and Des Moines. We got all these, we're ready to go. All right. But if you want us to be even more ready, if you want to help us really get out there and help people after big severe weather events like this, go to theyallsquad.org. Thank you. All right. Here we go. Another PDS tornado warning. So what they've done is they have went ahead and continued the PDS warning
A new PDS tornado warning has been issued.
All the way out to almost to Hackberry. This doesn't include Hackberry. Similar situation to what we were in with Port Arthur earlier. They're going to wait. They're going to wait until right before the storm gets there to make the decision to, include the town, which is at this point not a bad idea. But hey, listen, if you're watching this right now, if you're in Hackberry, especially if you're on the southwestern side down here near the high school or the recreation area, just know that within 50 minutes, the strongest tornado that we've seen today likely is going to be barreling down on you. You've got 50 minutes to get everything together. Get your shoes on, all right? Put your helmet on. Pack a go bag. Put a bunch of stuff in a bag that you would normally take with you on a trip. And just be ready. Get your phones charged, tablets charged. Go ahead and get cozy in your safe spot. Storm's going to be there in about 50 minutes. This has the potential to be a large, violent tornado by the time it gets there that has the ability to completely destroy homes. Okay? This is a serious situation. We're going to be watching it with you. Up until it gets to Hackberry, it's not, there's not much going on. There's not much in its path. So let's hope that it fizzles out over there. But, at this point, there's no reason in even talking about that because it's proven that it's just going to keep going. Most of the action so far today has been in Mississippi and Texas, with a little bit more in Texas, I think. Yeah, so we're concerned about y'all. Pretty much all the spaces between Lake Charles and Cameron here. All right, let's check in on another warning. Confirmed tornado warning continues just for the next 3 minutes for Woodworth and Glenmora. Stay sheltered for those 3 minutes. Then we'll tell you what to do next. Copiah County, Mississippi is now under a tornado warning. The PDS tag's been dropped. This storm is fizzling out a little bit, thankfully. But now our focus is kind of shifting down here to this storm in St. Helena and East Feliciana Parish in Louisiana. This might be our next big one that comes up towards Magnolia. Get ready. Another tornado warning continues for 3 minutes over here for Delhi. 48 minutes, we're going to continue to see a tornado warning in effect for Oak Grove Forest, Lake Providence, Eeps, I'm not sure how you say it. That storm, the storm that's prompting that tornado warning will likely eventually go up towards Rolling Fork. But right now we're fine in Rolling Fork. The storm that's closest to Rolling Fork, like if you're hearing thunder and stuff right now, it's below severe limits. But if this one right here continues its more northern trajectory, it could go up in that direction. So don't freak out or nothing, but keep your eyes on the radar here.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
A new tornado warning.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
And this is an extension of the tornado that we were talking about. This looks like our next big one. This is now including Gillsburg, Huron, Glading, Peoria, Mixon, and Terry's Creek in Mississippi. You're going to want to take shelter now. Take shelter now if you haven't already.
Do. Look at this. Why is
There's
my
something I
camera...
haven't seen today that's a shocker because I've seen it all today.
I've seen it all too. I've had a tornado that's quite personal. That ripped across the whole entire, the mid and upper Texas.
Yep, you got a really good heads up over there in Hackberry.
And the tornado's still going.
I mean, this is just a really dangerous storm coming.
And now I don't want to shut down my stream because I have a feeling it's OBS, but I'm not going to shut down the stream. How do I fix it without shutting down the stream? This is what I see with my camera.
Mm-hmm.
How do I fix it?
You need to open that app.
Oh.
Right now.
I don't have the app. That's the problem.
It's probably.
All right, so if you're just now tuning in, we do have an extremely dangerous tornado on the ground right now. It just went past Port Arthur, just to the.
Jesus Christ.
He left.
It's life-threatening. This is going to hit the Sabine Wildlife Refuge at around, well, honestly, right now. And if you're in the path, you need to take shelter immediately. Get to the lowest floor, interior room of a sturdy building. Mobile homes are not safe. Get out now. Flying debris will be deadly.
A new tornado warning has been
along
issued.
the tornado's path. So speaking of Hackberry,
a new tornado warning has been issued.
40 minutes now before the tornado's there. Can you get to a neighbor's house? Can you get to Granny's house down the street? Maybe that's something to consider when you've got this much lead time. If you're in a mobile home, okay? If you're in a mobile home, if you've already got a substantial shelter, there's no need to evacuate, all right? But specifically talking to the people with mobile homes, you've got to figure out a more substantial shelter to get to. Seeing lots of damage reports coming in from all around Caney, Texas. Let's go check in on that newest warning, by the way. I forgot to go click on it here. Here's that newest one. It includes Tallulah, Mississippi. This is for Madison, East Carroll, and Franklin Parish in Louisiana. And it's going to be for Issaquena and Warren counties in Mississippi. Hey, Nick, thanks for becoming a member. All right, so a tornado warning is in effect for parts of northeast Louisiana here until 5:30. There's a dangerous storm near Bakers moving northeast at 45 miles an hour. Quarter-sized hail is also going to be a problem with this storm. We expect it to be over there near Waverly and Tyndall around 4:35, Tallulah 4:40, Mansford and Sondimer around 4:45, Omega around 4:50. Get to a safe spot now. Mobile homes are not safe. Stay tuned. Raza. Huge shout out to Raza. Thank you for the very generous super chat. Active Gamer. What does the weather intensity score mean? That's just a number, a parameter score that tells us how active the weather is currently. So the higher the number, the more warnings, the more chasers, the more storm reports that are coming in. The lower the number, maybe the less that's happening. So it's just there's no high or low end. It doesn't go below zero, but there's no cap. It's just all of these different factors that go into the weather world. Each thing is assigned a point value, and the more of those that stack up, the higher the score. It's just a way to give our team the ability to kind of understand on a broad scale how active the weather currently is in the United States. And 310 is high. It's usually about an 8. All right, let's go check in on that tornado warning down here in Mississippi. We've got a pretty strong storm approaching Magnolia, Mississippi. We need you guys to take shelter in Huron and Gillsburg. We also need you guys to take shelter a little bit farther to the north and west over here in Tallulah and Richmond. If you haven't already, this is going to go for 55 more minutes. And then the PDS tornado warning down here for Cameron Parish, Louisiana continues for the next 45 minutes. So right now, we've got a lot of activity out there. Don't get me wrong. We've got a ton of activity. But we're in a little bit of a lull where we might have a chance to kind of answer some questions here in the chat before things start picking back up. So that's what I'm going to do real quick. How high is 310? How often does it go up to 310? This is the first time I've ever seen it that high. But we've only been doing this for the past 6 months. The weather intensity score did not exist during the Mayfield tornado outbreak, Rolling Fork, or any of that. So we're still trying to understand exactly what the numbers mean. And like honestly, I probably shouldn't even put it up there, but I figure it's an interesting way to keep an eye on what's going on. We use it internally here to make decisions. Ryan, I'm from Dilley, Texas. We are between San Antonio and Laredo. How come the wind is blowing so hard from the south? Just a big weather system driving this thing. I'll show you the satellite. Lots of people impacted. Lots of strong winds all across this corridor. Very strong winds coming out of the Gulf out in front. Very strong winds aloft with the trough here ejecting off to the north and east. So it's just a large weather system that's impacting everyone. And strong winds back here in Texas are a big part of that. Go ahead, Elijah.
Hey Ryan, so I have a partial damage report now. I won't do a full one because there is a lot of damage that has happened and I'm still trying to get exact towns, kind of get information. But near Bude, Mississippi, there is at least one brick home that is pretty much completely destroyed. I don't know exactly how tall it is, but the debris, there is no walls left standing on it completely. And right next to it, there is an entire grove of trees that have been completely snapped. Probably based on the photo, I would guess 80% snappage across the entire grove. So that PDS tornado we had was an extremely strong tornado, as we knew from the debris being lofted roughly 20,000 feet earlier.
A new
Thank you
tornado
so much,
watch has been
Elijah.
issued.
We've had some incredibly strong tornadoes today, as expected. We expect the threat to continue at least until 9 p.m., the main threat. And then, I mean, still a really strong continued threat with the QLCS tornadoes will go on well into the overnight period. So it's going to go on for quite some time here. Buckle in, especially if you're in Mississippi and western portions of Alabama. We're not quite done in Louisiana yet either, though. So we're going to keep you updated on that. Let's see here. Huge shout out to David WX. Thank you for the very generous super chat. Thanks to Daniel for becoming a member. And DK Jetson. You are in a little bit of a pretty dangerous spot this evening. Just make sure you're staying tuned here or with your local weather service to get warning updates, okay? There's nothing else I can tell you. We're not really forecasting at this point. We're now casting. All right, we're waiting on the storms to form. And we're giving you real-time updates on what's happening now and what's going to happen in the next 30 to 40 minutes. Talking about what's going to happen 5 hours from now, this close to the actual thing happening, there's not a lot of science to it. Yeah, there's going to be more severe weather tomorrow, like east of the Appalachian Mountains. It's not looking right now like it's going to be as intense as what we're seeing today, but of course, we'll update you if that changes. The only thing that reminds me about December 10th with this particular system is that long track supercell, and even it is, I mean, it's wildly different from the Mayfield storm in its dynamics and the reasons why it's been able to go so long. But yeah, this is definitely a very impactful event for sure. I'm just glad that that storm hasn't hit a bunch of towns in the same way that the Mayfield storm did. Don't get me wrong, it's caused damage, and it's going to be a long cleanup for the people that have been impacted. But we've avoided a major population center being flattened, which that kind of storm can do that, you know. Pab, thank you for that. Josh, gusts as high as 81 miles per hour. Yeah, so things are getting gnarly all up and down this line. We're going to see strong winds potentially up here in northern Mississippi tonight too, for sure. Most of the strongest winds will be reserved for areas farther to the south. But yeah, there's going to be some severe weather even up there in portions of Tennessee tonight, but not quite like what we're dealing with down here. All right, so our big tornado down here in Texas or Louisiana now is about 34 minutes out from getting to the Hackberry area. We've still got a chance to weaken a little bit before it gets there. So let's hope that happens. One thing that I am noticing, you see this little line right here. Let me pull this out. The tornado's back here, right? And you see this little line right here. If this cool air push can kind of decouple the warm air inflow from that tornado, there might be a moment here where we actually see the tornado try to weaken. This line right here is rain-cooled air pushing out like this. This is the warm, moist air that's needed to continue the tornado. You see how far away they are? Now, another thing that can happen is like they can just maintain this distance and it's able to draw in just enough to continue the tornado, which is what it's been doing so far. But if you want to see the tornado not continue, you're going to root for this line to go faster than the tornado, essentially. Right now, it's definitely still sustaining tornado genesis, and it's still producing a big tornado right there over the National Wildlife Refuge. Next in line is the Highway 27 corridor south of Hackberry near Callicasu Lake. In Louisiana, Callicasu Lake near Hackberry. How do you say that like the locals?
That's Calcasieu Lake near Hackberry, Louisiana.
Dude, I've said that like a million times. I feel so dumb now. Thank you. All right. So yeah, you guys are the next in line to receive this, but once again, we're about 30 minutes out before it gets there. So we'll see what happens. Whenever the rotation gets about right here, we'll probably see a new polygon issued, and we'll see if they continue that PDS warning or if they go with a radar indicated. You know, we'll see. Hey, thank you, Paulette. And thank you, everybody that went over to the Y'all Squad. Looks like we're closing in on about $4,000 raised. Really appreciate it. Remember, as we go through the rest of the afternoon and evening, we are expecting more. We still got a long ways to go here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go through all these storms that we haven't talked about a lot while we wait on some more updates from the tornado warn storm. We've got a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado down here in Tennessee, Franklin, Cthulhu, and Concordia Parish in Louisiana. That's going to be moving up towards Newelton with some 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and half-dollar size hail. We also have a severe thunderstorm warning back here in Texas for Silsbee. The strong winds associated with this are getting ready to move into Robertson. So make sure you guys are ready for that. Additionally, big-time severe weather warning up here for Alexandria. So we've got some 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and penny-sized hail happening now in Alexandria. And that'll continue for the next little bit. This warning is about to be allowed to expire. Then, just to the south of that, we got a considerable severe thunderstorm warning for places like Fenton, Kinder, Elton, and Welsh in Louisiana. This includes Calcasieu and Beauregard parishes in Louisiana. This is going to be for 70-mile-per-hour winds. Another considerable severe thunderstorm warning just to the north of that. This is also for 70-mile-per-hour winds. This is getting ready to move into the Pine Prairie and Oberlin area in Louisiana. Get ready up there near the Cheneyville landing strip. That's all of our severe thunderstorm warnings. Now, tornado warnings. Continue to have a tornado warning for the next 44 minutes for Tallulah. Storm chaser Nathan Moore is on that storm. I'll show you his camera right now. This is what it looks like. Ooh, what the heck? Okay, this is what it looks like in Tallulah, Louisiana. This is the tornado warned storm. He's out in front of it. He's looking for a tornado. From what I can tell so far, he hasn't found one. That's good news, but we still want to stay in our safe spots. All right, next in line. Up here a little bit farther to the north, we got a tornado warning for the Lake Providence area. Now, the rotation with this one has let up a little bit, but there is enough of it there to where we might see a new tornado warning issued here for Rolling Fork, Lake Providence, and Cary, and Marysville, and all these places. So get ready for that. This definitely doesn't look like a repeat of the Rolling Fork situation from a couple of years ago, but it is a dangerous storm, and we want to take it seriously, and I want to give you guys a heads up here. All right, and then last but not least, our PDS tornado warning continues. And my goodness, this is the first time I've looked at the velocity and not said, "Oh my gosh." Yeah, so exactly like I was talking about, this line right here, this rain-cooled air, has pushed out in front of the tornadic circulation, choking off the warm Gulf air from getting to the tornado. So the tornado has dissipated. And that happened very fast. How long is that going to last? I don't know. We still need to be in our safe spots around Hackberry. We'll let you know when it's time to come out. That storm, we don't trust that storm. We don't want to pretend like it's not going to be a problem for the rest of the night. That's definitely one of the longest lasting tornadoes that we've ever covered here on the channel. That was nuts. Let me take this moment to go get myself something to drink. I'll be right back. I recommend you guys do the same thing as we have a brief period of time where we might have a little bit of a lull in activity here.
In Mansford and Sondheimer around 4:45 p.m.
In the meantime,
by 4:50 p.m., the storm could
here's
affect
Yalba.
Omega and Alsatia. Other areas such as Richmond might also be impacted. In terms of critical points of interest in the warning area, there are 3 airports that could be affected: Omega Landing Strip, Gustafson Airport, and 4B Ranch Airport. These facilities should take all necessary precautions to safeguard aircraft and personnel. Additionally, several educational institutions are in the path of the storm. Louisiana Technical College Tallulah Campus, Northeast Louisiana Marine Institute School, and Tallulah Academy Delta Christian School. These schools should ensure all students and staff are in a safe, secure location until the warning is lifted. While there are no hospitals, malls, or other significant venues specifically mentioned in the warning area, it is imperative for everyone in the path of this storm to seek shelter immediately and remain alert to further updates from local authorities. Remember, safety is paramount during such events. Ensure you are in a sturdy structure, away from windows, and preferably in a basement or an interior room without windows. Stay tuned to local news for continuous updates as this situation develops. Let's check in with Connor Croft, who is currently streaming live from Wesson, Mississippi. He's live on YouTube. The National Weather Service has issued a tornado warning for north central Cameron Parish in Louisiana. At 4:48 p.m. Central Standard Time, a tornado was located over Sabine National Wildlife Refuge and is moving east at 30 miles per hour. This is a very dangerous situation. The tornado is accompanied by quarter-size hail. If you are in the path of this storm, seek shelter immediately. Flying debris can pose a serious threat to those without adequate protection. Mobile homes may be damaged.
Hey Ryan, so there is a lot of damage in the Port Arthur area. So even though we talked about the tornado just barely missing the actual town of Port Arthur, there was extremely strong winds that had hit Port Arthur. So even around downtown and even to the north of Port Arthur, there is a lot of damage that occurred. RVs were flipped, trailer homes were flipped. The emergency management over there is, for the most part, this is probably the best term to say it, in chaos right now. They're not understanding, exactly where they need to go because there's so much damage across the town. So I think there was a lot of straight line winds associated with this storm that was producing the tornado, to the point where the entire town equivalently got hit by a tornado, even if it wasn't the big tornado. So there is just a lot of damage that occurred around Port Arthur from the winds.
All right. Thank you, Elijah, for that update. A lot of damage around Port Arthur. So we're going to keep you updated on that. Anything you hear, Elijah, you can't interrupt too much. Just let us know as it comes in. Because at this point, we just witnessed 2 huge tornadoes, and the way it usually works is, somebody will tell somebody that there's a tornado coming, and then share my stream with them, and then you're on the phone with them, and they're in Port Arthur or wherever it is, and then that town gets hit, and then maybe they've lost power, and maybe you don't hear from them for a moment, and then we have to move on to the next town, and I just want to make sure that we keep talking about Port Arthur and all these places that we've been talking about to make sure everybody's updated. But of course, it takes a while for some of the really good, high quality.
I need 500 fragments.
And anyways, what I was saying,
we
over here and I was muted.
We need 500 fragments.
That thing that you were just watching, for those of you who don't know, that is on 24/7. It does basically what I'm doing here.
500 fragments.
24
okay, let me deliver something really quick.
On the Ryan Hall Y'all Extra channel. You can subscribe to it. Go tune in whenever you want. If there's a severe thunderstorm warning ever, it zooms in and it tells you about it, and it does that. So pretty cool. It's something that we've been working on here. Yeah, but another thing that I said is you can't take my job just yet, y'all bot. Because even though we've got that, and even though we've been working on that, it's not going to change anything about what we normally do on big outbreaks, on big days like this. We're always going to go live, and do it this way because this is still way better. Meteorologist Andy Hill, everybody coming together like this is in my opinion the best way of doing severe weather coverage. But all of us can't be here 24/7, so that's where the AI comes in. Okay, so let's go ahead and get an update on all these warnings. Okay, here's the tornado warning for Tallulah. The storm is about to make it into Tallulah right now. We've still got Nathan Moore out there on that storm, so you can see his feed down there. That's what it looks like out in front of the storm. I don't necessarily see a very convincing signature for a tornado, but there is a tornado warning for the next 35 minutes. Take shelter now. A dangerous storm was spotted near Sondimer and about 7 miles west of Tallulah. It's moving pretty fast to the northeast at 45 miles per hour. Radar indicated rotation. Flying debris is a danger. Some places in the path include Mansford, Omega, Sondimer, Richmond, and what is that? Alsatia. Get to shelter now. It's not an app. The Y'allbot thing it's a YouTube channel. Just go. It's the Ryan Hall Y'all Extra channel. All right. So our other tornado warning. This is, by the way, we no longer have a PDS tornado warning, but we still do have a tornado warning, and we have a very strong storm capable of producing a tornado about to go over the highway here south of Hackberry, near Highway 27, Joe Dugas Road. So we want everybody in Hackberry to stay in their safe spots, but I would say about 15 minutes from now, we might be able to give you the all clear. We continue to have a tornado warning over here in Amite County, Mississippi. Honestly, right now, this is probably the most impressive looking one, as we do have a pretty tight rotation here. It's side lobe, but definitely a big mesocyclone coming together as it approaches Macomb. We've got Corey Gherkin storm chasing up there in Macomb on the Radar Omega app. Jordan Hall is up there as well. So we'll have a good view of this one as it comes into Macomb, okay? Macomb, you're not under a tornado warning yet, but you could be soon. Same thing for you guys up there in Rolling Fork. We'll see what they do with this storm that's coming over Lake Providence right now. Pretty strong rotation, honestly. It's very broad. I don't see any signs of an imminent tornado, but this looks like something the National Weather Service would typically issue a warning for. So I'd be looking out for the sirens in the general Cary vicinity of Mississippi. Yeah, things are going to continue to be quite intense over the next little bit. Let me give you an idea, but just based off the latest models of what I think the rest of the night might look like.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
So I think we've still got a good chance of seeing supercellular storms popping up out in front of this main
A
line.
new tornado warning has been issued.
All the way up until 7 or 8 p.m. Eastern. It's currently 6 p.m., so we've got 2 hours left of that. And then we're going to have a monster mega QLCS line going through Mississippi, starting around 8 or 9 p.m. Eastern, and that's going to last well into about 1 a.m. It'll make it into western Alabama. I don't know how long we'll be live through that progression because it's not going to stop. It's not going to stop, and then start back tomorrow. Like this is just going to keep going all the way until it exits the coast. We might have to take a brief break and then come back for some more coverage tomorrow, depending on what the probabilities look like tomorrow. But we will at least be here until the storms clear the moderate risk area. And if you don't know what I'm talking about with the moderate risk, let me show you. This is the moderate risk. All right, so the big red area here, that's where we expect the worst weather to be. Right now, the storms are basically halfway through it, kind of about like that. So when the storms get over here, we will likely call it a night. And then, once again, if the probabilities are high enough, if it looks like we're going to have significant severe weather tomorrow, we might be back tomorrow. But right now, it looks like it's going to be a more subdued day. So let's hope that that trend continues. Hey, huge shout out to Bob Long. Wow, Brandon Clement's got a really good video of the tornado. I'm retweeting it. We've had some major tornadoes today. The forecast has been spot on. I think so far, though, we've mitigated a lot of risk with the advanced warnings. And also, I think we've lucked out a little bit with some of the larger population centers not taking a direct hit yet. I don't want to speak too soon because, once again, we're only halfway through this thing. But let's hope that trend continues. And we did get a new tornado warning, by the way, for Rolling Fork, Issaquena, East Carroll, Sharkey, Warren, Yazoo, Washington, and Humphreys counties in Mississippi is now under a tornado warning for some radar-indicated rotation. We don't have any visual confirmation or any confidence, really, that there's an actual tornado on the ground. It just looks like one could come from this severe thunderstorm. So we're ringing the alarm bells just in case. So go ahead and take shelter. In and around Lake Providence.
You could solo it.
Yeah, I think I could solo it.
Loves Learning. Thanks for becoming a member.
Under my tree. Nathan.
Let's take a closer look at that storm, actually, that's coming into the Rolling Fork area.
Hey, Nathan, why is your friend Jeff watching the news?
Yeah, there's quite a bit of concerning amount of rotation down here.
This is not.
And also, I don't like the kink that we see in the line there. This is going to allow for some rotation to kind of become dominant, I think, right in this area near Tallulah, that's southeast of Lake Providence.
Nigeria.
So we'll have to watch out. We are under a tornado warning, so we need you in your safe spots, especially in places like Fittler, Cary, Issaquena, Blanton, and onward. This is a dangerous storm. Some places in the path include the Nix Flying Service Airport. We've got the Lake Providence Senior High School in there, Holly Bluff, Leroy Percy Game Park is in there as well. At this point, we have 4 tornado warnings right now. Gaming with Jamie, thank you for that. Yeah, I'm starting to see some more imagery of the damage too. Some significant damage down there in Porter, Texas. Just in case any of you missed it, this is some of the damage that we saw earlier from Corey Gherkin down there near Bude, Mississippi. There's a lot of places that look similar to this right now. But the reason why we haven't seen like a huge response and like a huge amount of images come in, similar to like a Rolling Fork or a Mayfield or something like that, is just simply because the larger tornado sizes happen to correspond with more rural areas. So that's the one way that I guess that we're ahead today, if you can count it that way. But yeah, there's still a lot of people out there that need help, and I do want to thank you once again for everybody that's went to the y'allsquad.org and donated. We've raised almost $5,000 today for these people. We've got Storm Chaser Caleb Beecham in Florida right now. We've got our new guy in Dallas, Daniel. These guys are just ready to go help. They're ready to go drop off supplies, and if you want to help them do that, you can go make a tax-deductible donation over at the y'allsquad.org. to our nonprofit organization. Help us get to 10,000 at least for the folks that might be impacted at some point today. Hopefully, we don't have any more major structural damage. But unfortunately, it's looking like it could be possible. Here's the latest on the tornado warning that does include Rolling Fork. 53 minutes to go. Radar indicated rotation is still there, and it still looks quite impressive, if I say so myself. So, pretty concerning look there. If you're in Cary specifically, consider taking shelter now. Yeah, it's definitely ramping up. It's not like imminent just yet, but it's certainly concerning. Go ahead, Elijah.
Hey Ryan, so I do have a damage report from the Porter Heights tornado from earlier today that we covered on stream. Most of that tornado damage appears to be on the north side of Porter Heights. It was probably 100 to 200 yards wide, and it did hit the town. Thankfully, the damage from what I've seen is not super significant. A lot of the debris we saw in the air was a lot of shingles that were lifted into the air and small tree branches as well. But for the most part, Porter Heights, they actually had located everyone. Search and rescue was complete within about 30 minutes. And only one person was injured in the Porter Heights tornado, which traveled about 10 miles on the ground.
All right. Thank you, Elijah. Update on some of the damage reports coming in. Drew Whitfield, shout out to you. Thanks for the 5 gifted. Steven's been here for 34 months, man. Thank you for that. If you're just now tuning in, we're continuing our coverage on the severe weather and tornado outbreak that's ongoing right now. In my opinion, we're in between the two rounds, right? We had round one, and that was really impactful. We had a couple of massive tornadoes, lots of damage reports coming in now. We're just kind of waiting and relaying those as they come in. We've got 3 tornado warnings right now. None of them are quite as imminent as what we were seeing earlier, but they're still important, and we're still relaying that information to you as it comes in. But we're also just trying to, fill in some space here with some updates and some generalized forecasts. And also I'm trying to answer as many questions as possible here in the chat before we get back into hyper-focus mode as the weather intensity score starts to rise once again. Kathy, thank you so much. John K., thank you for the very generous contribution to the nonprofit. $500 donated to the Y'all Squad. Everybody should say shout out to John K. All right. Once again, if you're just now tuning in, we are in the middle of this outbreak. I want to show you the outlook again. This is our moderate risk here. It includes Jackson, Mississippi.
A new tornado warning
and
has been
it
issued.
also includes a 15% hatched risk.
New information.
Tornadoes.
This
EF2 or
tornado
greater
warning
tornadoes
has been
possible all up
upgraded.
and down the red area here. And the storms haven't even made it to most of the red area in Mississippi and Alabama yet. So still got a long ways to go. All right, we got what do we got here? An observed tornado warning. Let's zoom in on it real quick. We got a radar confirmed tornado here south of Bunkie. We've got a really strong line of storms. This is a QLCS tornado coming right up into the St. Louis and DeGeneres area of Louisiana. Take shelter if you haven't already. There is a chaser out here near Immaculata or LeBeau, Louisiana. So we might be able to give you a view of that here before too long. But yeah, take shelter down here in Whiteville, Debusion, Lemoyne, Big Cane, Taterville, Immaculata. That's awesome. You got Taterville right next to Immaculata. That is the Deep South for you. Palmetto, Waxia, and then Sambo, all in the path of this storm. Now, a lot of times these QLCS tornadoes are small and they're brief. However, the reason why the warning is so long and so large here is because it is very likely that if this storm has successfully produced one QLCS tornado, which just means a tornado that happens inside of a linear segment of a storm, then it's probably going to produce multiple. So even if we see the signature for this tornado, if we see it go away before it gets tomorrow, it could produce another one before it gets to Taterville. Okay, so everybody needs to take shelter now. QLCS stands for quasi-linear convective system. And oh boy, we've got another one of those coming together here. Quite good. This is a really strong signal for a tornado right now, just to the west of Cary. In Mississippi. This is coming up towards Rolling Fork. No confirmation yet, but this looks like like a potential tornado trying to come down here just to the west of Cary. So take shelter in Urgemont, Rolling Fork, and Cary, out here in Issaquena, Sharkey, and Humphreys counties. Go ahead. Was that you, Elijah, or was that okay? The lights just keep faking me out. Yeah. So take shelter up here. Unfortunately, this is like this looks quite convincing here. Nothing on the correlation coefficient yet. We don't have any debris that we can see. But you can see very clearly this little kink right here. That's where we would expect to see the tornado, right in there. Yeah, take shelter if you're out there in Yazoo County, Mississippi as well. You're included in this.
A new tornado warning has
All right,
been
we
issued.
got a new tornado warning here. Let's go fly down there and check it out. This is going to be for our storm that we were talking about earlier near Macomb. This is where most of our storm chasers are. And it's looking like it's going to go to the west of Macomb and Summit now. It's still rotating quite handily. And it's going to now move up towards the I-55 corridor near Bogue, Cheeto. I think I'm saying that right. So get ready to take shelter up there. But in the immediate future, we need Tangipahoa, Summit, and Johnson Station in Mississippi to take shelter right now. Crystal M, thank you so much.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
New tornado warning. This is for that same storm. But this one goes out for the next 58 minutes. So Brookhaven, you guys are included in this. Tornado warning for Lawrence, Copiah, Simpson, and Lincoln counties in Mississippi for the next hour. Take shelter if you're up there in Monticello, Wesson, Brookhaven, Woolworth, Mississippi. It'll take a while for it to get up there to New Hebron, for example, but it will get there. And this is one of those storms that we're concerned about. The closer this line gets to it, the more likely it is that this is going to try to take a last-minute big-time uptick and try to produce a big tornado here. Confirmed tornado warning continues down here for St. Landry, Avoyelles, Evangeline parishes for the next 27 minutes. Next places that need to be getting to their safe spot quite quickly, if you haven't gotten there already, include Morrow, Lemoyne, and Debusion. There's also a pretty concerning looking area of rotation just to the south of Tallulah as well. A little bit, it's not quite exactly that intense. This is a little bit of interference going on here, but still lots of rotation, lots of inflow coming into that storm. We might have to watch the Mound and Vicksburg areas. Y'all get ready. This storm right here is coming to you. You ever like to see a little hook like that on a day like today? The rotation in the Rolling Fork storm has let up a little bit, but it's still there, and it's still something I wouldn't let my guard down. If you're in Urgemont, Choctaw Landing, or Rolling Fork, stay in your safe spots, okay? Corey Gherkin, who is live on the Radar Omega app, is showing us some drone footage from the storm down there near Summit, Mississippi. We've got something going on out there. I don't know if that's quite a tornado that we're seeing or not, but this is from the cell near Macomb. So it's definitely something that we should watch. Something's going on out there, that's for sure. We do have a much more intense looking signature on velocity now, so this very well could be a tornado. It's dark, it's hard to see, but yeah, we make sure you're getting into your safe spot in Johnson Station and Wilkinson if you haven't gotten there already.
Hey Ryan, this is Brad. Just letting you know that we'll be on that storm that's north of Macomb here in about 20-30 minutes. Just a heads up.
Was his volume really low, or is that just me? I barely heard that.
Hey Ryan, this is Brad. Just letting you know that we'll be on that storm that's north of Macomb here in about 20-30 minutes. Just a heads up.
All right, so Brad's going to be on that storm that we're watching here. So we're going to keep up with him. He's driving down the road. You can see him there. Heavy D sent this in on Twitter. This is Liverpool, Texas, about 3 hours ago. A car on a house. Go ahead, Elijah.
Hey Ryan, so I learned some more information about the Butte, Mississippi PDS tornado we had earlier. So based on some of the damage that we have, this tornado hit a very, very low population area, and it mostly hit a forest. The damage that we retweeted earlier that I thought was a house was not a house, but a church. It was a brick church that was completely destroyed. But around that church, there is around 10 houses total, and then closest 2 miles. So it is an extremely low population area that is heavily wooded. So thankfully, most of that debris we were seeing in the air on radar was actually just trees, not structures being hit, thankfully.
All right, thank you, Elijah. Somebody said tornadoes in December. But once again, this is quite normal for this time of year. This is a higher end event, but certainly not out of place. Tornado season down here in places like Louisiana and Mississippi and Alabama starts in November, and it goes all the way through the end of May.
A new tornado watch has been issued.
It'd be a little weirder the farther north you go. You know, the Mayfield situation was a little weird. The big tornado outbreak that happened right after Mayfield in Iowa, that was a little weird. But down here, this is the kind of weather we would expect. It's on the higher end, don't get me wrong, but go ahead, Elijah.
Hey Ryan, Andy is currently not available. He is flying. However, this is an analyst relay. There is an unwarned tornado ongoing just south of the LCH radar in Louisiana.
All right. Thank you, Elijah. So we're looking at the Lake Charles radar here. Now we got a lot of people up here watching. And right there's what we're talking about near Gibbstown. Take shelter out here if you haven't already. This is a tornado possible severe thunderstorm warning. So you are under a warning, but if you're in Gibbstown, you might want to take extra precautions if you haven't gotten to your safe spot yet, okay? We've got currently 7 severe thunderstorm warnings and 5 tornado warnings. One of the more recent severe thunderstorm warnings was issued for the area just south of Rolling Fork down here for Eagle Bend. We're looking at 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts coming in here and quarter-size hail. And then this warning right here has just got about 3 minutes left on it, but we're about to see some 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts move through places like Jennings, Louisiana. Most recent tornado warning is going to be our one for Brookhaven and Wesson, Mississippi over here. It's got 48 minutes left on that. Stay sheltered for the next 48 minutes. And now,
a new PDS tornado warning has been issued. A new PDS tornado warning has been issued.
Out from our analysts who spotted this one before it was warned. Now we've got a PDS tornado warning for Gibbstown. And there it is. Once again, that's how we know. We've got a big tornado crossing Highway 27 right now near Gibbstown in Louisiana. Take shelter now. This is going to go right over Pintail Drive. Beyond that, it'll go over there towards Lake Misere, Lacine National Wildlife Refuge, Big Burns. And yeah, once it's still in a fairly rural spot. Once it gets past Gibbstown, there's not much out there. But everybody in Cameron, Louisiana, that parish, we should probably consider taking
a new tornado warning has been issued.
Lacasine National Wildlife Refuge. So another PDS tornado warning today. And this is theoretically or technically the same storm that caused most of the other PDS warnings today. So that's really interesting. Yeah, somebody asked about Lake Charles. Once this line is past you, the worst of the severe weather threat is over for today. There is still going to be more storms, but the vast majority of the action is going to be in front of this line right here. There's still going to be more storms, though, so don't let your guard down. Yeah, Gibbstown's pretty small. I don't think there's much of anything there, which is good news. Once again, these big tornadoes, they're doing a good job of dodging towns today. We need more of that. New severe thunderstorm that was just issued is a large one. This is for a lot of different areas. Wilkinson County, Baton Rouge Parish, Amite County, Concordia Parish, West Feliciana Parish. All these places are under a severe thunderstorm warning For the next 46 minutes, we're talking about 60-mile-per-hour winds and penny-sized hail. Storm's moving fast at about 50 miles per hour, moving straight east. Winds are going to be about 60 miles per hour when they come through. New Roads, Jackson, St. Francisville, Centerville, Livonia, all you guys are in the direct path. Get inside now and away from windows. About 55,000 people included in that warning. Gonna need coffee. Yeah, we've got it covered. Back there, did y'all see Andy's message from Drew? Okay. Ryan's going to need a new voice. It's so unfortunate that those of you who only ever see me during these live streams, you probably think I'm just
A
constantly
new
losing my
tornado
voice,
watch has
constantly
been
sick.
issued.
But it just happens to happen right around the time we need to do a live stream. I don't know. It's not caused by the live stream. I get sick before the live stream starts. It's just literally like clockwork. I start sniffling. I'm like, oh, wait, where's the tornado outbreak? It's getting ready to happen. And then here we are. Which this one's not nearly as bad as the last one, so we're good. Paranormal Quest, thanks for the 10 gifted. Everybody say thank you to them and congrats to all the free members out there. A lot of people are asking for me to go check in on the warning up there near Rolling Fork, so that's what I'm going to do. Right now in Rolling Fork, you've got a bad storm going on. We've got some strong winds moving through, but the tornadic part of the storm is past Rolling Fork now. And in fact, the whole entire storm looks less impressive now for a potential tornado than it did. So I don't think that we've got a tornado in Rolling Fork. We've just got a really strong storm. Stay sheltered for the next 27 minutes, and we can put this behind us. The worst looking storm I think we've got right now is the one down here south of Brookhaven in Mississippi, and then, of course, our PDS storm down here in Louisiana. Still got a large area of rotation here approaching the Lacassine National Wildlife Refuge.
scared of nothing and I'm scared to